do I like pray to the Lord that we've been playing possum with some stuff for a bit? Like we don't do enough quick passing. We don't do enough screen game. We don't do enough RPO. We don't do enough of these things. And we let Herbert like die. And I pray that we have just been playing so possum with a part of the game that we can unleash in this thing. They just make him stand back there and fire, and he can, but there's another way, and we can be so effective. And I've given him a free pass for it because I don't know what you're supposed to do with this group, but you got to try harder, man. We got to have another punch to throw. I don't want to spend the whole goddamn
Pat Mayo Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience NFL Wildcard Playoff Weekend Picks, Bets, Cust Corner. No teaser apparently this week. Maybe no super locks. Who knows what's going on? Geoff, I do have some money to give away. Would you like some money? You can't have it.
Yeah, I would tell you to give it to someone else.
Well, our good friends at Underdog have given me $5,000 for a pool for the playoffs. So if you have used code Mayo to sign up at Underdog already, you're automatically in this pool. You don't have to go register. If you haven't used code Mayo because, I don't know, you used someone else's code when you signed up, or you've been signed up for so long before I was at Underdog, that's okay. If you hit the description right now, there's a link to a Google form. All you need to do is enter your Underdog handle in there, and then boom, you're in the contest. Basically what it is, you need to make 40 pick'em plays over the course of the 4 rounds of the NFL playoffs. You need to make at least 10 a week to qualify for the weekly prize. You need to make 40 overall in order to qualify for the overall prize, which is a $1,500 win after the Super Bowl, or the big game, as some of them call it, when you don't have the copyright to do it. But all you have to do is go register for that. You have to pick a higher or lower. You can't like alt it down. It needs to be a pure higher or lower coin flip situation. And the people who get the most right end up being the winner. All the rules are down in that Google form if you want to go check it out. So I highly recommend that you do it. Plus, the one and done starting to fill. If we get to 3,000 entries by Thursday afternoon, I'll give away another free entry, but I'm giving away 2 already if you're not in the one and done yet. And you said you had the 3 entries, right?
Yeah, I'm in for 3. And when I was in Florida, I played some Underdog drafts, gimmicking my phone, which doesn't allow me to get Underdog in our standard, Canadian registered phone from the App Store, or at least where I am, was a chore. But I got in there and now I regret it because I think I only drafted like 8 lineups, and I would say 30% of them have Detry, who went to live today. So
yeah, it's too bad. If you missed the Majors preview show that is out on Mayo Media Network and the podcast feed, please subscribe to Mayo Media Network. Do that right now. Smash the like while you're here. And sub to the podcast. Help us out. We got golf coming back. We have golf and football full time for like the next 5 weeks. That's very exciting news. Plus a bunch of fun stuff coming in the off season as well. The coin is over there. I have to go get it here in a second. Dayton is back. Jared is back. And in studio with us, his mouth is still burning from the flaming hot wings. It is Tim Cust.
Not my name. They're not burning anymore. It was like later on that night, they were okay.
Is that because your saliva is powered by AI?
All right, stop it.
We got an ice storm here right now as I'm recording, and I would love some AI-powered, dragon-breathing fire trucks to work their way down the sidewalks.
Or just some heated roads that the government pushes a button and heats up the road like a heated driveway.
You want the government with their finger on the button?
Yeah, someone in the Department of Transportation can do it.
Could it be you?
No, I don't want that responsibility.
Somebody could do it. What major city in the world do you think you're getting? Never mind.
Tokyo?
Yeah, maybe, sure. I don't
Singapore?
know.
Although it probably doesn't snow very often in
They
Singapore.
don't need the heated roads in Singapore, I'm guessing. I've never been to Singapore.
No.
You're the lounge there in the airport. It's very nice.
If you think the government would build these things right, they'd be exploding roads.
Well, they wouldn't be icy. They were exploding. Check. Mate.
Yeah, okay.
If people don't know what we're talking about because they didn't tune into the Sunday Night Live show, let me recap what happened for you right now.
If we can't have roads with heaters in them, if we had trucks that shot out flames that could melt the ice.
A flame truck.
like a flame truck, and that it could be powered by AI. like how like things are like this or that or the other powered by AI.
I don't know what's more
you could
concerning
power
to
this
me.
by AI.
That you think it's
You didn't
in
explain
any
it.
way feasible to heat every street.
Not every street,
Or
just like the main.
If you want to build a truck that shoots flamethrowers and then give AI the responsibility.
No.
Powered by it.
No, the trucks are powered by AI. You see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the Sunday Night Football broadcast.
Yeah, like they use it to fuel whatever it is that they're using. Yeah. What? You set me up. You set me up. We talked about this in the house, and I explained this to you, and you said, "Oh, this makes a lot more sense. Thank you." You set me up. But yeah, the trucks would be like powered by the fuel of AI.
Okay.
The energy that they use, that they like, yeah, they'd be powered by them.
Look, you don't have to figure out. You don't have
Stop
to know how
laughing
to
at
do
me.
this stuff. Tim's
No,
just an ideas guy.
I don't know how you I don't know how you capture sun rays and turn that into solar power. I know that's done. I don't know how it's done.
AI.
But you capture like the power of AI and like you use it to heat the truck or like fuel the engine or whatever. Just like various things are this or that is powered by AI. You power the truck by AI.
This is like the backstory.
See, again,
for
it
that
frustrates
video
me
game
that now I'm
Twisted Metal.
frustrated because we talked about this in the house. And you made this whole thing about how this makes a lot more sense. Thank you for explaining. And this was all a bait and switch.
Oh god.
The chat is.
But you know what I mean, right? It says powered by AI. So like it's using it as like a fuel source.
Can we not just gloss over the fact though that at first he said he wanted fire trucks to be doing this? As if fire trucks aren't responsible for putting out fires?
No, it's not a fire truck.
creating
It's not a
truck.
It's not a fire
It's a different
truck.
type of fire truck.
It's a truck that actually like has flames that shoots fire, like a flame truck.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that thing. I'm
No,
sorry
but
when you
Garion.
said fire truck, I assumed it was the other thing.
It seems like you're not understanding though. They're powered by AI. So like
infinite energy.
You know what I see? This is so cruel. This is so cruel. All right.
Also, Cust told us earlier about how jumping is more done with your upper body than your lower body.
No, it's not what I said.
It's an early front runner. We got 4 days into the year, and we have an early front runner for next year's Custies.
I feel like you won't even remember it. Like
Tim,
Geoff.
what do you like? I just don't even understand what you think even like AI powered means.
It's powered by AI.
As I understand it now, it just means that they provide the information.
Yeah,
But that's just a very
how do you think
confusing
AI
phrase.
powers FedEx?
You know what? I would rather not even go down this cul-de-sac because I can't see how it would be any benefit to me.
I'm sure it plans the routes. It knows the stops. It knows the traffic patterns. Like
Sure.
that's what that means. Like it gives them the best routes to get the driver through the day. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't mean it fills up the cars with gas.
It makes them go. But now you know.
Now I know.
Now you know. So that's the front runner for the 10th annual Custies. You can vote on the 9th annual Custies right now. If you hit the description, it's out even as time codes with links to when you said the things.
Okay.
So that's very helpful if people are wanting to do some more research. There's some fun ones on here that I completely forgot about. Let me refresh you on some of these. Remember when my Twitter account got hacked?
Oh, that was a terrible day.
But you thought that we were going to cancel the show because my Twitter account was hacked?
I did think that. I was very concerned.
So that's on there as most Cust story. Or when you tried to tip in Canadian Tire money.
Oh, dear God.
How about that?
Where do we have?
Paul was very upset at me that day.
And
No,
Paul's
that's
probably
bad.
still fuming. The rage and heat that Paul is suffering right now might clear the roads of ice.
Yes.
I don't know if he's powered by AI or not. That's tough. But the most competitive one is going to be most egregious claim. There are so many claims that you made this year, like within the span of like 3 weeks. Ice climbers, triple axles, BMX, dunking, bobsledding, parkour, F1, pole vaulting, unicycle jugglers. It's all there for you. It's a very competitive category. But the big one is at the bottom. Most insane person.
Vote Geoff.
Geoff or Tim?
Vote Geoff.
Just the two of you. So you can go do that right now. And there's merch to be given away. You could win a Gigabyte branded calculator. You can win it.
What's the craziest thing I did? I don't know.
You can win a Fienberg landing pad at the bottom of the stairs.
For when you throw yourself down the stairs. To
Yeah,
avoid-
listen, if the game. Yeah.
If you had a family wedding on Sunday night, what would happen?
Whose wedding?
A close family member's wedding.
What if he
in
decided,
the immediate circle?
What if he decided not to watch the Chargers game, but won the
Let's say-
Andrew Kirst La La Land / Moonlight set on Blu-ray?
Let's say your sister was getting married Sunday night, Jeffrey.
I'd probably watch the Chargers.
Oh, Jeffrey.
That's a joke.
Is it?
Maybe.
Is it?
I don't know. We've been down that road on this show before, haven't we?
What if it's at a location where like the Wi-Fi and data is like non-existent?
See,
So
here's
you're
the
going.
problem. I would be willing to like black out of it, but like I know someone would ruin it for me.
And if they didn't ruin it for you, then you lost. Or you won, sorry, because they had nothing to say to you.
I don't know. These are hypotheticals. Yeah, this could be like maybe this is where the stairs come in because I need to get out of this thing.
So what you're saying is that you need to win that landing pad.
Listen, I've already made like I'll be ordering like some medicinals this weekend because it's the Chargers are in the playoffs, so we always got elephant tranquilizer potential.
It's true. But we have a list to start things off. Cust has compiled a list of the best wild card round games over the past 20 years?
Of the last 25 since
2000.
From 2021 to present. So first I'll start with all of the Dolphins wins in that period. Okay, I'm finished. Let's now move on to the actual list.
How long did it take you to write that joke?
Actually, very quickly. Very quickly.
Sounded like it. You could have worked on the delivery a little bit.
I just was happy to
laughed
say it.
harder than I think it warranted, but good for you, Tim.
If it made you laugh, really, Jeff, it was worth it. I'm really just trying to entertain you.
Listen,
You want me to
Chargers
go?
have only won 3 playoff games in like 20 years.
You want me to
so-
go worst to best or best to, well, not worst, but I have the top 10. Which direction do you want me to go?
Start at
Number
10 because I wrote down 9 of them.
Okay.
Just see if we have any crossover here.
So starting at 10, I have the Tebow Denver game over Pittsburgh.
I had that at number 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That game was awesome.
It is, but there's just better game to me, more better and interesting games.
I can't think of a moment from the wild card. I can think of maybe one, the one that I had at number 1. Jeff, like thinking back on all these games, that pass to Demaryius Thomas to beat the Steelers in overtime is the thing that just stands out the most.
I
The
have a couple
greatest
more
wild
iconic
card
moments.
moment, I could be too deep for us, but it's probably home run throwback.
I don't have that.
Sorry, Music City Miracle, I mean.
That doesn't
That
make
was 99.
That was
Okay,
January
sorry, so
of
yeah.
2000, so it doesn't quite make the list.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, like that is to me, that is
Okay, so I have some other iconic
Well, one
moments.
sec.
and then,
Is this-
there was-
Sorry, Jeff. Is this list for you? Like, would Tom Brady losing in the wild card
No,
round?
I
Is that
don't have
number one?
any mean-spirited
Okay,
ones.
all right. Just had to make
So
sure.
you don't have like Nate Kading missing a field goal on
Well,
this
I
list?
do, but that's one of the great games. That's one of the
Why?
great
Why
games.
was that a
The
great
2000
game?
Why is that a great
So
game?
that's number 9. The
that was like a
2005
boring game in the rain, a
the
low
2000
game
it
in
was
the
20
rain.
to 17 that went to overtime. A 2005 playoff game of the 2004 season. Jets were big underdogs. It was a compelling game. The Chargers got to tie the game on a garbage roughing the passer call against Drew Brees that should never have been called, but they got that first down. They got the tie. And then Nate Kading
That game
misses
doesn't work.
a
It was
very
a sloppy
makeable.
game in the rain. Like I don't know why. You just said
I only
this
have
list
one
was
Jet-
on the up and up.
I only have one Jets game on here. And
They,
this
they
is
only
it.
won 2.
But no, they won other games. They beat the Bengals in a wild card game. They beat the
Okay, whatever.
the Colts in a wild card.
It's not
This is the
better
one.
than the Demaryius Thomas game.
Okay, well, I think it is. That's
Well,
number 9.
I was looking for a game. I couldn't find it if it happened in the wild card round or not. It may have been in the divisional round. What was the game where Kaepernick went mental
divisional
on the
round.
Packers?
Divisional round.
Because that game stands out in my head just like because I think it was like a 2-point spread. It's like, oh no, they can't tackle Kaepernick.
Yes, but
Saints
that was in the divisional
wild
round.
card round, right?
What?
The 49ers beat the Saints in the wild card round.
That's the wild card round. No, that's the divisional round. That was a great game too. That was the divisional
That
round.
was like 2013,
13,
2014 because they had
Where's
those 2
like
runs.
Marshawn Lynch's.
We're going to
earthquake?
get it's quite high. We're going to get there. Number 8, I have the San Francisco 49ers beating the Giants 39-38.
Is that
in
the
a game
Garcia?
No, it's the game where there's a bobbled snap on a field goal and they throw it deep. They thought it should be pass interference on the offensive lineman who went down for the pass, but they couldn't call it because he was an illegal man downfield. A fantastic
That was a
game.
huge comeback.
It was a huge comeback from San Francisco in that game. So that's number 8. Number 7, I have, and I think this is the most iconic moment of the wild card, is Tony Romo dropping the field goal snap against the Seahawks.
2006.
The 2007 season, 2007 wild card game, 2006 season. That's my next game.
My buddy who's a Cowboys fan canceled the party he was throwing that night.
That was a bad one.
Was it Rob?
No.
Number 6, again, because it's the comeback. I'm sorry, Geoff. It's the Jaguars and Chargers.
Really?
One of the greatest comebacks in playoff history that we witnessed. Down 30-7, and they come back to win the game. I'm sorry. It's just one of the great comebacks of all time. Then my next one, to make Geoff feel happy, 2008. The
San
Chargers.
Diego 23. Indianapolis 17. I had it too.
No. This is Chargers over Steelers, or Chargers over Colts. And this is Sproles in overtime.
That's the 2008 game.
Okay.
23-17.
Yeah, so Sproles in overtime in the Powder Blues scoring a touchdown to win. Then the next one on my list is the Beast Mode game. That's our next one. I don't remember many moments of that game beyond the Beast Mode run, though the score was great. So that's it. So then we get to our top 3.
Really? Because I have 5 left. That's interesting.
Top 3. Number 3 is the 51-45 Cardinals beat the Packers in Arizona in the wild card game. Fantastic game. Ends with Rodgers kicking the ball in the air on a sack, being picked up by, I think, Calais Campbell, and taken to the end zone for a touchdown.
Who I believe blocked a kick the other day.
Yeah. Number 2.
I had that at number 1 for Ravens.
Yeah, that was my number 1.
Number 2.
I didn't
Andrew
make the
Luck
full list,
and the
but-
Colts defeat the Chiefs 45-44.
I also had this at number 2.
A massive comeback. Who was it that got injured? The running back.
Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles gets hurt, gets a concussion. The Colts win the game in part on a snap that Luck bobbles, picks back up, goes over the top. The number 1 wild card game of the last 25 years. I want the ball, and we're going to win.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
We want the ball, and we're going to score.
Yeah.
Matt Hasselbeck and the Seahawks in a fantastic game, goes to overtime, and very early throws the pick to Al Harris in Lambeau. They lose the game. It is, to me, the most iconic moment in wildcard history is Matt Hasselbeck shooting off at the overtime coin toss. We want the ball, and we're going to score. And they lost.
That's a good one. That's a good list.
Yep. Good.
Did it take you a while to put those together?
It did, because I had to consult to see if I was missing a game here or there. And there were a couple that I had missed. I had forgotten the San Francisco Giants game.
You know what really could have helped you in your battle with this? AI.
I didn't. But I don't want that.
You could have powered
I
every
don't want
game
that.
by AI. And just
This list was powered by me, not by artificial intelligence.
I had some alternates on this list. I had last year's Washington Tampa Bay game. Which
Excellent
was
game
super
with
fun.
the doink at the end to win, the bank shot.
Yeah, and it had the fumble from Baker in order to get Washington to win. I had the other Arizona Green Bay game as well.
Yeah.
26-20 in overtime. That was the
Isn't that an Atlanta Arizona game?
That was not a wild card game.
What game am I thinking of in 2015?
With the 2 Hail Marys was not a wild card game.
I keep thinking
that
it
was
is.
a divisional round game.
I think I've made this mistake.
One
like
of the
8 times
greatest
on the
games
shows.
of all time, but it was a divisional round game.
Does that mean the Jacksonville-Pittsburgh game isn't there too?
That was a divisional round
All
game.
right, then I just have it wrong then. That game was awesome.
That was the year after the Jags beat Buffalo in the first round. and
That
went to
was a really
Pittsburgh.
sad game.
A very sad game that Tyrod Taylor was involved in. And then, the next game was fantastic. Jaguars win outdoors in
Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
45-42.
For most of my life, fandom, the Chargers dominate. We're an incredible wild card weekend team until their last couple.
Well,
Wild
maybe
card
this is-
weekend was always a friend of mine.
I remember you putting Vince Young in a pretzel in a wild card round game.
Yeah, a couple. Put Lamar in a pretzel, Manning in
Yes.
pretzels. We had a big upset win a few years ago in Cincinnati, wild card weekend.
Yes, you did.
But that last couple have just been torture. Yeah.
Well, almost torturous. You almost came back and beat Cust in the spread picks for the year. You lost by 2 games, Geoff.
I was really proud of my NFL giving this year. I crushed the Super Lux, and I'll be honest, this was my best NFL week to week betting year ever. And I will contribute that to a lot of things, but probably spending more time with Pizzola in a given week, I would have to say was the main thing, but also just being smarter and more disciplined and getting bets in earlier in the week and not, forcing things on Sunday. So A bad year for futures though. Like preseason bets, obviously gonna get killed on that Saint shit. Good for them. But like my best NFL betting year of I think really ever. So I'm kind of proud of myself.
Congratulations. You ended up 12-6 on the Super Locks on this show. I was an impressive 5-12. You were 7-10. You went 3-17 on the free money plays. And you did win the year. After a 3-13 week, Tim. You still win by 2 over Geoff.
Week 17 is tough.
At week 18.
Yeah.
141 and 123. Geoff was 139 and 125. The coin, 127 and 137. And I was dead last, but won the week at 9-7 at 120 and 144. My worst year ever in the spread picks. And your first win in 13 years.
Yay!
Congrats, Tim.
And part of it, Geoff chased me to the very end, so I congratulate him too in a fantastic performance as well. Good work, and I mean that. I'm not like being insincere. Like Geoff did a great job.
Shout out to Cam, who ended up winning our draft, guys. I don't know how close you guys followed it. I had like an 8 or 9 game lead at the midway poll. I had such a deep, and then I had
Indy screwed you.
Indianapolis and Arizona.
They lost,
and they didn't win a game
straight,
for the second half. Yeah. But the other part of my team, Buffalo, Green Bay, Seattle, like early in that year, I was like running away. Cam gets it for the second year in a row. So I'll have to send him $100. And obviously, like I'm sure Pat will have to pay him for Tim because, that's just how it works.
People forget that Rob was a last-second WD from the draft, and Jared and Dayton drafted for Rob. You guys lost by 1.
And Tim, for all his like off-season bragging about like one division winner he called, which is great, he deserves credit, but even cashed out the credit at 80%. Let's not forget, he was bottom barrel in that. So for all his like bragging about how much he could see the offseason,
bragging that much. Here I was trying to be very kind and polite to you and congratulate you on a very good year. And all you have for me is daggers.
Patriots. I hope someone sends you a Patriots AFC's champion shirt and you can wear it proudly.
I don't want anything to do
with
there
that. Is.
And I hope they're on sale next week so someone can get a good deal on that shirt they buy for Tim.
One of your claims in the preseason show did make the most reverse cursed at the Custies. That you declared that you were, quote, indignant at the Colts for having 2 fewer projected wins than the New York Jets. That they should be worse than that.
Yeah, I'm not sure who finished the season worse in some ways because we have no expectations for the second half.
They finished 4 games ahead of them, and you said that they shouldn't even be close in win totals.
That's the Sauce Gardner factor.
They got 18th overall.
Sauce went like 2-14 this year, 15th overall, or 16th.
Yeah, but they have the best pick in the draft now. Did you know the secret best pick in the draft is actually 33rd, Geoff?
It's a great pick because you get all this. You don't have to pay first round price, and you get a first round talent.
See, I would want the 32nd pick because you get the 5th year option.
Yeah,
I'm shocked Tim didn't say the one thing I would think he would love the 33rd pick for,
which is
he's just like once that day 2, he is like the belle of the ball.
Well, there's that too.
He gets to wake up on Friday and it's like, what are the Jets doing? Like, the Jets are fielding trade offers. Should the Jets like take more picks? He'll be peppering your group chat with like 8 guys that he'd be happy that they would take there. It is a great pick though. Yeah, sure. It's like I guess it really just depends on how many like actual first round picks are in the first round. And sometimes it's not 32, despite their
for the Peach Bowl, because I get to see the Raiders quarterback and my quarterback face each other in the Peach Bowl. And it's good to see my guy get playoff reps immediately. I've been watching a lot of Dante Moore tape.
Mel Kiper is saying that all these quarterbacks should stay in case they get drafted by the Jets.
Seems weird. You know what? Here's my view on this. I'll make it quick. If you have such little self-confidence in yourself as a player, if you have such little belief in your capacity to play at a high level in the NFL that you won't go to a team, I don't want you. Stay where you are. If you actually believe in yourself that you can go to any situation and you can be a gunslinger and a great quarterback, then come home. I want you. But if you really think, oh, I don't want to play for the Jets, they're bad, you have such little belief in your own capacity and your own skills, stay where you are. I don't want you.
Aaron,
Maybe it's not even the kids; it's people protecting them.
In the end, the decision comes down to the
that
player.
kid will make Phil Knight will pay that kid so much money to go back to Oregon.
Not as much as Woody will.
Now, see, that's not true,
No,
though.
Woody
because
can only pay him so much.
They can only
Which
pay
is
him
a lot more than what Phil Knight's going to pay him.
Yeah, but it's not, though, because
No.
Because here's what happens. You go to the Jets, and you're going to be terrible, regardless of who you are.
And the
Then
coach
you have
sucks.
to take like a $2 million deal on your second contract because you've sucked so much. Then have to like play for 3 years to sort it out so you can get a big contract. If you just go somewhere normal, you can sign like the $300 million extension.
There's no normal or good teams at the top of drafts. That's why
Aaron
that
Glenn,
works.
I could argue, could scare away like a dad and an agent because it's so important where you land. That doesn't mean you can't end up, the kid can't end up right back in your sights next year. And I know Tim, he wants some of that Oregon Duck drip that's permeate. Look at Greg.
Quack, quack.
Aaron Glenn was asked about Justin Fields today, whether or not he'd be back. And he said he's under contract, isn't he?
That's the same answer. That's the answer he should give.
Well,
he is under contract.
There's
He
your
will be
starter
back.
next year.
He probably should start with the rookie QB, whoever it is, if they draft one, backing up. I don't want him to play the first few weeks. Next year, you know how Geoff threw this whole year away despite going to the playoffs? I'm actually going to throw next year away because it is literally all about health and safety, development, getting our things lined up for next year. So I don't care. If you're paying Justin Fields like $20 million, let him play next year. I don't care.
You want to tank next year? What are you talking about?
Not tank, but like I don't care about next year. If we draft a quarterback in like what I care about, that quarterback getting properly developed. Look, I'd love to be in your situation where like you think you got nothing for the year and you make the playoffs. That'd be awesome. But if we don't, that's okay because what really matters is that we get the quarterback comfortable and ready to roll.
Okay. So
That's all I care about.
people need to vote in the Custies. You can get that link in the description. Join that pick'em pool. That is in the description. And the one and done. That's also in the description. You can find lots of stuff. I even throw like sneaky links in there sometimes too, just to see if anyone clicks on them. There's like 10 people who do. They know what's up. And sometimes there's like special Easter eggs in the description to get people to go click on the description. We got games to talk about though. The Rams kick things off on Saturday afternoon as 10-point favorites in Carolina. 46.5 is the total. All lines are being taken from coolbet.com. If you're in Canada, outside of Ontario, you need to get on CoolBet right now. I'll have some boosts up there for both football and golf this weekend. So go do that at coolbet.com right now. Geoff, no team who's been an underdog at home of 4 or more points in the past 50 years has not covered a spread. They're 9-0.
Was not aware of that.
That's what I saw in a tweet. May or may not be true. I think it's true. I can't remember one that didn't cover. They all cover.
No, the 7-8-1 Panthers were really bad, but I think they played a Cardinals team in the wild card round. They had
Like a John Skelton versus like another shitty quarterback.
Yeah.
Weird
Rich
game.
Uncle Skelton?
Oh.
At Beast Mode was a
Or
13.5 point dog.
Yeah, well, that one obviously.
There's just not that many. There's been 9 in 50 years.
I'm
Washington
going to
was a
take the
huge dog for Tampa, but
Rams.
covered.
You're going to take the Rams?
I'm going to take the Rams. I expect them to blow out the Panthers.
So I'm nervous about the Rams because I look at the NFC playoffs and I look at and I see teams that are on the rise, teams that are on the descent, and teams that are sort of like I think kind of dead.
Does it change your opinion at all knowing that Devontae Adams is back? And the moment that this offense
assumed he'd be
lost,
back.
but the moment that this offense lost him, I mean, they ended up being they were almost losing to Arizona last week before they turned it on. But it's really done. Like they were great with him, and they've been kind of bad without.
I'm picking the Rams, even though I'm laying 10.5. I don't like it. I think it could be a somewhat closer game, but I just think the Panthers are so trash, and this is their bad week. We got their good week out of them last week. I was like, could have played. The referees did them in. This is their bad. I don't know. I think I will not like the Rams going forward after this game. I really think that they did peak and they maybe are on a little bit of a backslide. But that notwithstanding, I think their offense should score 24 points. And like what it took from Carolina last time to win was multiple deep fourth down covers. Like Bryce Young had to make all of his passes. I don't see that happening. And I don't usually like to pick rookie quarterbacks in the playoffs in their first game. That tends to be a pretty good strategy to go against them. So even though he's not a rookie, he's a first-time playoff quarterback. So I will pick against him in that spot for that reason.
Me and the coin are going Panthers here. I'm just not going to go against history.
Okay, no,
big home dogs. Take them in the playoffs.
Fair enough.
You should mention that stat to Rob and see whether he think that trend is valuable.
Well, I there has to be something to it.
No, Rob will probably like the 10 points.
Well, he'll just like He likes He picks Carolina every week.
Will Cam like the 10.5 points?
Rob might even be wearing a new hat, like a division champs hat and t-shirt. Who knows?
Keep pounding.
Yeah, Cam, I think, is probably betting every dog this week if I know wildcard Cam. I just don't even care what happened when they played earlier. That game is a total mirage for me. We also have other examples of when Carolina played teams that I would say we are having the Rams tier, or maybe slightly worse if you don't like the Bills. But these were at home. The Bills dummied them. Seattle beat them by 3 scores. The Rams game is just that game was a mirage.
New England beat them by 1 million points.
What about when they went into Lambeau and beat the Packers?
Yeah, so I'm talking about their home game. Like when they've played these high-end teams at home, they got their asses kicked twice, and they pulled off that the best win of their season. I don't know. I guess how to put this. I like where my game is situated so I can enjoy like the whole slate of playoffs pretty much before I'm ruined.
Well, they also beat the Falcons at home, and you told me they're great.
Look, I sit here looking at this game thinking, oh my goodness, it would be so much more fun if it were Rams and Falcons, especially since the Falcons don't have a coach. Who knows?
It's put Bijan at quarterback and let him run around.
It's like an Ole Miss situation. Who's coaching them?
I do worry that even when you take a look at like EPA per play from the Rams in that first game, they just throttled Carolina and just turned the ball with 3 picks in the game. And as you mentioned, I think they scored 2 touchdowns on 4th down.
Yeah, it took a lot of things to happen just right for the Panthers to win. Now, look,
but I'm not saying they're going to win this game. They just have to cover the 10.5.
Or even backdoor it.
Yeah,
I find that's usually tough for. I mean, they did it last week against the Bucs, but generally, I don't see this as like, oh no, they're down by 14. What are they going to do? They're going to score a touchdown? Probably not.
I think this is going to be an ugly game. I think the Rams are going to win like 30-13.
Well, the Rams' inability to stop the run against like basically anyone over the past few weeks, like they were dominant at stuffing the run, and then all of a sudden that just kind of stopped. That's Carolina's path here. Just keep handing the ball off, shrink the game down, and hopefully you can move the chains out.
Sure it is.
Is Greg Olsen doing this game probably?
He is. Is
this his only playoff game then?
Yeah, this is the only one he'll get.
That's tough for Olsen.
He didn't get one at all last year, so he only gets one every 3 years.
All right, people, it's that time of year again. The Mayo Cup is officially open. That's right, your yearly reminder that you could win life-changing money if you stop making coward picks and actually commit to greatness. Let's talk stakes, because the Mayo Cup, not messing around. $110,000 to first place. 110,000 actual, real dollars. And with your $250 entry, you're playing for a prize pool of $1.2 million. That's 7 figures of pure, delicious fantasy golf sweat. And this season, the Mayo Cup is fully available in the Fanball app. Week-to-week picks, leaderboard sweats, berating yourself for fading the guy who wins by 6. You can do it all right from your phone. So head to the Fanball app, search for the Mayo Cup, and get yourself entered. $1.2 million in prizes. $110,000 to the winner. Just $250 to play. This is the year. Unless you blow it again. But hey, you might not. Sign up now. The contest tees off January 15th. It's winter and it's cold. At least where I'm at. And I'm spending way more time indoors, aka I'm sleeping more. If you're like me, it's time to upgrade your sleep and switch to Helix. You'll never go back. I took the Helix sleep quiz. It matched me to the right mattress for how I actually sleep, not how some showroom goober thinks I sleep. And since it's been all restful nights, no tossing, no back pain, and my sleep tracking actually backs that up. My deep sleep numbers off the charts, good, way better than before. We've got more than just one Helix in our house now, too. Just threw one in the upcoming baby's room so I can get back to sleep quickly the moment that the baby goes down. Helix builds mattresses for different people, not a one-size-fits-all nonsense, because that wouldn't make any sense. There's free shipping in the United States and a 120-night sleep trial with a limited lifetime warranty. Go to helixsleep.com/mayo for 27% off, site-wide exclusive for listeners of the Pat Mayo Experience. That's helixsleep.com/mayo. Do it now! NFC game number 2, the late Saturday game. This is
Okay.
the
one I like the most.
This is a game you like the most.
What I have the strongest feeling on.
Packers at Bears. Roma Dunze will be back. The Bears are 1-point dogs at home. 46 is the over-under. I'm guessing you like the Bears.
Packers are dead.
Okay.
They're just done. They're done. I'm sorry. They're too injured. They've been playing too poorly. They've got nothing. Love's going to play, but what condition is he in coming off concussion? He hasn't played in 3 weeks.
That's probably good. They've sat him out.
I mean, it's good that he's healthy, but like he's going to be a little rusty. And this is in Chicago, where he last played, and he wasn't playing that great in that game. The Packers are just too hurt. They're too reliant on guys that are just not good enough. And the Bears are just better. They're just better. The spread is wrong. It should be 2.5 or 3. This is a spread for like Green Bay from like Thanksgiving when Green Bay was clicking and had all its guys. That Green Bay team, a healthy Green Bay team, I'd pick to beat the Bears, certainly. I think the Packers have got nothing left. And so I have to pick against them. And I don't even love Chicago that much. Just there are certain teams, and the Packers are one of them, that I think are just simply flat on their backs and they're not coming back.
I disagree, Jeff. I think that we're going to see one of these teams that we almost see it every year, that there's a team that limps in. And then all of a sudden they kind of recapture the magic that they had when you remember them being good.
Not limping in, they're just being stretchered in.
Well, but everyone seems to like Watson's going to play, Love is going to play. Like they sat all their guys last week and basically kind of punted off the game before that to get everyone back healthy. If everyone's back healthy, I like them. The only person that's not going to be there is probably the most important piece. But it's not like their defense is completely inept without Parsons. It's just not as good. Like if the Bears can continue to run the ball the way that they've been doing, it's going to be tough. But it's not like Chicago's been lighting it up offensively either. They had the San Francisco game that sticks out in everyone's mind. You know, they couldn't do anything against Detroit's defense last week with all their guys.
Detroit's a good football team.
They're not a good defense. They're, in fact, a terrible defense.
But so is San Francisco, and they scored a bunch of points on that. And my point is, Green Bay just seems flat and out of juice and dead. So I have to pick against them. I can't pick a team like that in the playoffs.
I'm going to take
More often
Green
than
Bay.
not, those teams just have nothing for you.
Jeff, I got Green Bay here.
I lean Green Bay as well, but it's pretty low. It's pretty low confidence. Chicago, they've done a masterful job this year. You know, they create turnovers. They've created the breaks for them. I don't want to say Green Bay is like playing possum, but I really do pretty disagree wholeheartedly with Tim that they are like DOA here.
Well, I disagree with your take that the Bears are really good at making turnovers. Like, that's not a skill. I don't take any. To me,
wow, they get two turnovers a game. That's how they win all the games.
Yeah, but I think a team can't really get turnovers.
Well,
it's all just luck. I don't believe any team.
If that's the case, and then the luck doesn't happen for them, they're going to lose.
No, my point is, a team could go the whole year with no interceptions. That doesn't mean anything in terms of like how
chance.
skilled the.
Really, yeah.
It's all just random chance. Like that doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay, there. I know
The
that
Packers are dead on arrival. This is a bad spread.
It's more embarrassing. No Pro Bowlers or no interceptions?
No interceptions.
Well, that was the rule, that if you don't have an interception, you're not allowed to have a Pro Bowler. I looked at the rules.
Not even the most embarrassing stat of the season.
What is
the fact that they are the first team in the 16-game plus era to have no pass catchers with over 400 yards. Garrett Wilson last played, I think, in week 7 and had and still led the team in receiving at like 390 something.
That's good.
Do you guys know the forward pass was invented or what?
You wouldn't know that. And yet they still beat the Falcons and kept the Falcons out of the playoffs. So that's a little bit annoying.
That's the feather in your cap.
No, but I'd rather the Falcons be in the playoffs because they could have done damage.
Look what that did. Look what you did.
Yeah, your fault.
Yeah, that's not their fault.
The Pro Bowl kicker did that.
I think a lot of people, and you guys are kind of doing it too. Like if these teams had different uniforms on, you'd all be on Chicago. But there's an institutional memory of the Bears being, the kid brother to the Packers for so long. That leads everyone to say, "Oh, the Bears, Packers, gotta go Packers." But like that means nothing. That history is
I'm not
immaterial.
factoring in the past.
The way that I would try to see this is, I hope the Bears win because I think the Bears are fun to watch. But like They are the Steelers of the NFC.
No, they're not.
They
I'm
really
not
are.
gonna
much
have
better than
any-
They win games in the stupidest ways possible.
They're better than that.
Remember when they beat the Bengals in that stupid game?
That was a stupid game.
What?
I'm
version
not
do you
going to
think you
have
get of
any
Jordan
amount of
Love?
money on this game that would like make me upset if the Bears lost, and if they won and they're entertaining, like to Pat's point, they have an ability to be a fun team. I'll tell you about the Bears. Boy, oh boy, like they are going to show up. They could get punked in this game. They're going to show up pretty high in my end of season ranking. Credit, to the Bears fans who, like, if I was a Bears fan last year with like Daniels and even the strides I thought May was making at the end of the year, I'd have been like really in my head about like what the hell we got and what just happened. But coach, quarterback, up and up. But I think the Packers have kind of been playing possum, and they wanted this matchup. And yeah, I don't know. Ben Johnson likes beating Matt LaFleur. This is that. Tim, would you argue this is like the premier scheduling slot of Wild Card Weekend, or is it the 4:00 Sunday? What is
4
it?
o'clock Sunday. That is the premier spot. I think it's the premier, and this is our last weekend of regular football too, which is annoying because like next week the games are not at 2 and 5; they're at like 3 p.m., 4 o'clock our time, and 7:30 our time or something. This is the last like normal slate of games. I still think that the America's Game of the Week slot is the established time slot for people. You know how you talk about, Geoff, how people know what time to turn into the PGA Tour every Sunday to watch golf and the meaningful holes. Like people who are just casuals of the NFL know if they tune in to football at 4:30 on Sunday, they're going to get like the best of the best. And so I think this is the second best slot of Wild Card Weekend. I think San Francisco Philly is in the best.
And with the games that came down, I think that I would agree because we highlighted those two games as the two games that any network would want.
Absolutely.
And they ended up in those spots. And what was last year's Saturday night game?
Last year was Steelers and Ravens.
Yeah. So
And the meat of the sandwich was Packers Eagles. Again, games people are going to want to have.
now that you're on the Bears, a team that should have lost twice to the Packers, by the way, but didn't.
Could have beaten them twice.
They did.
One end with a
they
pick in
beat
the
them
end
once
zone.
in a very fluky way.
And they lost with a pick in the end zone at the end of the game. Like I think they played each other pretty evenly.
Both those
And then the
games
Packers
kind
are
of
better.
feel fluky. Didn't the Packers fumble like the first play of the game? And
Packers have a horrific turnover
Wait,
every single
did the
game.
Bears throw a pick in the end zone?
Yeah.
that game?
At the end of the first game, Caleb threw a pick in the
That's
back
right.
corner of the end zone for a tie.
And I almost tried to do that against the Niners, but he shorted it.
Yeah, but anyway, the Bears right now is constructed. I
Do
think
you
are a
see
better
this
football
being
team.
a blowout though, Pat?
No, I think
No, I mean I could see the Bears offense no showing.
I mean,
I definitely could.
I see like 17-6 Chicago.
It's just the Bears have shown a great propensity all season long that when they get down by even like 3 scores, like they get down by 17, they get down by 14, whatever it might be, that they do rally back because they can score so quickly sometimes. But we'll see how it ends up going. The Chicago Bears are on the Custy's list, by the way, under most reverse curse. And now they're the 2 seed because Tim said he was not buying the hype on the Chicago Bears.
I'm not
this
the only
season
person on this panel who said that.
after picking them to make the Super Bowl last season.
I did, but I'm not the only person on this on this panel who are extremely critical of the Bears and their quarterback play. We'll leave it at that. We don't need to revisit
I
that.
drafted.
We'll leave it
I
at that.
said hold on. I said I drafted Caleb in my home league, like my only fantasy league I care about at the start of the year. So I was
Zesty
very.
DTR.
When was
Pardon?
the last time the Bears
Zesty.
hosted a playoff game?
Last year
2018,
he
the
played
double
like
doink.
Zesty DTR. I was regurgitating a funny line I heard. I saw a clip from a radio station, and
You
you are
liked it.
attributing the quote to me. It's
You
not
liked
fair.
it. You liked it.
Yeah, this isn't the right tactic against Geoff here.
But he liked it. Yeah, he did. He
Oh, it
Yeah,
is
but
pretty-
I
it is pretty
see.
funny.
You know what? When I see things on the internet or on Twitter that I like, I hit like. What
You
I
didn't
don't
disavow
do
it
is
when I
tell
asked you about it.
someone- What I don't do is tell someone, you know, that tweet you sent. It was my favorite tweet of the whole year, and you don't even hit like on it.
It's true.
Gosh,
You said it was very funny.
it was hilarious.
Couldn't even help him get some engagement.
Couldn't even get a
Oh.
like out of you on
Come
it.
on, come on. What are you doing?
Oh, you're petty for credit. I'll play at you.
He's playing the U game.
Okay.
What
What
are
do
you liking?
think The
What are you
internet
liking on?
economy
You can't
lives
tell
on,
anymore.
bro.
Oh, you turned it off? You figured out how to-
Everyone's turned it. You can't see anything that anyone likes anymore.
Oh, that's too bad. That was
The
fun
only
for a
person
while.
that can see likes are you on your own tweets.
That's too bad.
I didn't mind that, but I could see why other people like who have stuff to lose would be worried about that.
Well, there's a whole bunch of politicians who were liking like porn bots.
Or just like likes are not, retweets. Like you might like something, but like you don't agree with it. It just was said in a really funny way, or you want to come back to look at it.
Maybe that's what Geoff is saying about Zesty DTR. Now in the number 2
It was
seed.
a funny line. And
you're
credit, Caleb's played great, and the coach is awesome, and they're on the up. Good for them. Despite their shitty GM, like they overcame it.
There is something to what you said about if these were just different jerseys, what would we be saying about these two teams? Although your institutional hate of the Packers this year is unmatched. You hate the Packers.
I think I picked them both times they played the Bears this year.
Well, you would have been right once and wrong once.
Yeah, so like,
but you have not liked them all year.
And I think I've kind of been proven right. By the end of it, they were dragging themselves across the finish line,
With
and not a
everyone
team that has a genuine shot at the Super Bowl.
Listen, the O-line's going to be healthy. Love is going to be healthy, and their offense started clicking when Christian Watson came back and was healthy.
They have no running game. They have,
but like Jacobs hasn't played. Can he be healthy
their
now?
receivers?
All their guys might just be healthy.
You can't trust any of their receivers.
You can trust Christian Watson until he got hurt.
And anyway, Love is going to, as he does every time, throw some crippling interception or make some terrible mistake.
I mean, Jordan, how many picks do you think Jordan Love has this year?
I don't know, but he tends to make, in big games, one boneheaded throw or mistake that costs them. Sam Darnold suffers from the same affliction.
So Sam Darnold, I believe, had 14 interceptions this year. I think he was third in the league.
When you got a defense like that, you can sling
Jordan Love had 6.
Tim, I don't he's already setting us up, Pat, for like the Bears win this game. It's a nail biter. He comes on next week. You guys said the Bears had no chance.
Yes.
Like it's a 1-point spread. It's a coin flip game. I don't have Tim's confidence for either side. He is more confident in this game than it seems like either of us are, but he will come back next week to claim like we gave the Bears 0 chance.
And the Bears will have been down by 21 points at one point, and there'll be some sort of weird ruling, and then they'll return a safety in overtime or something, and win by 2, and be, see how right I was?
Get a 1-point safety.
Be tough.
Very difficult.
Be tough to get a 1 point.
Is there weather here?
I mean, it's outdoors in Chicago at night, so yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be fucking freezing.
It'll definitely be cold, I'm sure.
Unless you had a fire truck that could take all of the ice off.
Well, that's just to resolve the icy roads. A flame truck.
Understand they're not fire trucks.
No, they're trucks that shoot flames to melt the ice. They're not fire engines. I've always wanted to drive a fire engine. Like on the back, with that big wheel at the back.
Oh my God.
I don't think I'd be any good at it until I got the training, but I think it'd be fun to do.
Took my 2-year-old to the fire station. They let him sit in the chair. They gave him a little junior firefighter hat. Like that's what you want to do?
100%.
Would you like to take my kids to the fire station so that maybe they'll let you sit in the fire truck too? And you can get your safety badge?
I would definitely wear that badge.
I know you would. Then you
honorary firefighter.
You'd have stolen valor of being a firefighter?
It was not stolen, it was honorary.
His medals, his marathon medals.
His participation medals?
Sorry, Geoff. I didn't realize you had so many medals over there. They're weighing you down.
They're not.
Making fun of my medals. I don't make fun of your medals or lack thereof.
I like how you've stayed like pretty clean shaven through consistently here. What's going on there?
He has an anti-playoff beard. He's shaving every day until the Jets make the playoffs.
No, I go through stretches, and right now I'm in a stretch of like being clean shaven.
When the Patriots are like get to the Super Bowl, it's going to be pretty grown out.
I have such a nightmare that the Bills and Patriots have such an easy path to face each other in the championship game, and I just
Won't they play each other next round?
Impossible, because the Bills are the 6th seed. The 2 and 6 can't play because the 2 would.
You're
two
right.
would have lost to the 7 if that was the case.
Yeah. They can't face each other till the championship game. I think there's a real chance of it too. The Broncos are a false.
Why don't you like the Broncos?
I just think, again, I don't trust their quarterback. I don't trust that they can score. Like, their defense is great. Don't get me wrong. But, like,
let's do this because there are 2 teams that aren't playing and we're not talking about them. Go Seahawks. Everything Tim said about the Broncos quarterback last week was true. They can't move the ball against backups and like a shell defense.
If your quarterback was just a slight bit better in that game, you could have legit won that game, Geoff.
They won the game because of turnovers.
Exactly.
Only that.
Exactly. Like the Broncos, and again, are not
I would
good.
be scared shitless if I was a Broncos fan. The only, like, obviously to not, to like get a free pass into the next round in an open bracket is a glorious opportunity. But
You should be licking your chops.
They just need middling Bo to win games, and he can be middling, but holy shit, what an embarrassment on third downs against backups.
Like, you should be licking your chops because
like,
you
that
are.
guy's
in
his
a great
floor
spot.
might be lower than I thought it was.
This is, if there was ever a year to be a 7 seed, this is it.
What if Justin Herbert's your quarterback?
I think the Chargers would be every bit. I'd be curious what the spread in that game would be next week. It would be short.
It'd be 3.5.
If they go ahead and beat the Patriots, because then have to get to that game, 2.5 max.
Max?
And the world is going to be on the Chargers
with
in that game.
with a bye week.
Everybody's got the
Broncos?
same doubts that Geoff and I do.
I wouldn't be under 3.
I think it would be a 2.5, 3 max, and then 3 is the wrong side.
It was like 5.5 when people thought Herbert was playing last week.
I understand, but like, what are people going to be the last seen? Chargers winning a playoff game, and the Broncos like just barely beating the Chiefs, and then barely beating the Chargers.
I don't really want to have this conversation, but I would relish a division game.
You should
next, and that is the only path I can take. But that's for the future, and I don't think I'm going to be fortunate enough to do that game. I like the Packers in a coin flip. Yeah, I'm probably going to bet this game. Get drunk for it.
Nice. Sounds like fun.
Listen, it's playoffs. It's Tuesday afternoon. I feel like my Tourette's has only kicked in once this week, and that's a good sign. So far.
That's good. Now, I heard from earlier on in this show that it's good to fade quarterbacks who are making their first playoff start. So I'm going to do that in this game.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
I could be an idiot, but a lot of that's obvious. For bragging about what sort of good season I had betting on football this year, I really just think my priors are going to carry me through playoffs, at least wild card weekend. And, Tim called me out for, what would happen if the shirts were swapped. Maybe I'm guilty, but I'm on the Packers. Small.
I think I'm good at adjudicating guilt and non-guilt.
That's true, because we do have the new segment, which is called Judge Cust, where people send in their social predicaments to try to get Cust to weigh in on either side, for or against them. We have a few in here. If you would like to send in your predicament, MayoMediaInc@gmail.com. In fact, I've been going through the emails. I've been responding to a lot of people. It's been a while since I had checked the emails. There's a lot in there.
Okay.
So thank you for sending emails. I will promise to check them more
let's
often.
take 2 then if you have 2 scenarios.
Oh,
Can I
yeah.
have one too?
You want one too? Well, you and I get to weigh in after, Geoff.
Yeah, there's just something I want to ask him how he would handle. But
You want to ask one? Yes, you can ask one. But here's the first one. A woman I know went into labor a few years ago, the evening of New Year's Eve. Just 5 minutes after midnight, making it January 1st, she gave birth. She told me that her husband tried to get the doctor to fill out the birth certificate that the baby was born at 11:59 p.m. on December 31st so that he could get a tax break for claiming a dependent for the year. The guy even attempted to bribe the doctor, to which the doctor almost had him removed from the hospital. Now, this is certainly a criminal behavior, but this is not a criminal court. Was the husband outside social norms by trying to get the tax break?
Yes, this is terrible. The child's birthday is January 1st. That's the day that he or she was born on. That's the day, the time and date that child came into the world. You are trying to change the child's birth month, birth date, birth year, everything. Like, so many of those things become a part of your identity. Like what year you were born, month, all that stuff.
Because you're a big Zodiac person?
No, but like it changed. Well, that wouldn't affect the Zodiac because it
Are you the Zodiac killer?
It divides on the 21st and 22nd of months. But this is horrible. And then to try to bribe the physician, terrible. All of it terrible. No justification. That's shameful behavior.
I disagree, Geoff. I would be the guy trying to bribe the doctor if it was going to save me a bunch of money. I feel like this guy didn't offer enough.
I side with Tim here. I think this is very short-sighted on the father. What you would then have happen is you're then like potentially changing his school year, and you could have like the smallest kid in his age. And who would want that instead of having like a birthday late in the year?
Oh, but you could flip that the other way. Bad for sports because you'd be the biggest kid.
Yeah, I'm
playing
thinking
sports.
about it for sports.
But if you flip it the other way for school year, you get the kid off to school a year earlier and out of the house.
Okay, you're right.
But the truth will also come out at some point.
Fair pivot.
It is a 100% certainty that the child will learn at some point that he's been lied to about his. It would be extreme that the first act that you did as a parent was to
save a bunch of money.
Was to basically lie about your child's.
Oh my God, we blew out your candles one day. Like the kids, like who cares?
Yeah,
then the kid's going to realize it doesn't matter. You get to an age.
Terrible.
If you told me my
terrible.
Pat, if your parents confessed to you your birthday was on one day opposite of your birthday right now, you're like, okay, I don't care.
Whatever.
And they were willingly deceiving you for that. Sorry, no, unethical, unjust. That's horrible. No defense. Guilty as charged.
How much do you think he offered to bribe him? What would you? Maybe that's the better question. What would you offer to bribe the doctor? Because I came up with a quick number.
I don't know.
Cash. Yeah.
I was thinking like box seats. I got a box.
I was going to say like $1,000 cash.
Yeah.
I feel like that would get this guy sounds like he's like the guys at night at the Roxbury peeling out ones of the guy.
Well, believe it or not, doctors take oaths and are ethical people. Are not going to be bought. Are not going to be bought off by this person.
Listen. I watched a $1 Million Man documentary, and I was told that everyone's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
Some people actually have integrity.
No, they don't. You can pay off anyone.
Well, again, people who can be paid off think that everyone can be paid off.
Geoff, can everyone be paid off? Does everyone have a price? Because the answer is yes.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part, but some people actually, despite it all, will stand firm and tall.
You'd have been sitting beside me on a couch in college, and I'd have just kept raising the number until you finally wrote my essay. I'd have just hit a number. You'd have just, yeah. Your integrity would have like stopped at some point. I mean it. Because I wasn't writing it and I would have needed it written and we would have had a standoff.
I think it also depends on how much the tax break was going to be. That's also an important part of this.
All
like, could you save like...
So you're trying to defraud the government.
Yes.
Defraud your child.
Correct.
And bribe a physician.
Yes.
This is so much unethical, immoral, and criminal. Now, nope.
It's like you don't know how the real world works.
The real world doesn't work like this, which
really
is why
does.
it didn't happen.
Well,
I
think it's because he didn't offer enough money.
Because people with actual scruples put the brakes on this horrible behavior.
It just sounds like this guy's friend was cheap. Because he offered it enough money, the answer would have been yes. But I guess it would have had to work in conjunction with the tax break. You're not going to offer $50,000 if you're going to save $50,000. That wouldn't make any sense. You could offer like $5,000 at that point.
Terrible.
Also, how would this get out in the world?
Yeah,
it's like it's on a birth certificate. It's between you and the doctor. Like,
eventually, the truth will always come out. That's the nature of truth.
Who would care about this? Would you be personally devastated?
Absolutely, I'd be heartbroken.
What do you care?
Heartbroken.
You picked a team to cheer against your dad.
Yeah.
Like, intentionally, and we're worried you'd be like offended that he swapped a date. I'd say what you did is worse.
Yeah, it's much worse.
Put a pin in that. Ask your wife, Geoff, this exact scenario.
I'd love to be December 21.
You ask your wife whether she thinks that if you were to do this, it would be ethical.
I want to hear from the people.
I think she would think it was like weird, but I don't think like the kid might like get an extra present out of you for the couple years he still like hyper cares about his birthday. But at some point, like no one gives a shit.
Yeah, well, you think he has to go to fucking therapy over this?
Guilt would eat me alive.
Or would you be guilty to tell your kid the tooth fairy left that $5? Like, I don't understand.
That is not even remotely the same.
I'd say that's
not
worse.
Only is it the same
That's
ballpark,
worse.
Not even the same ballpark, not even the same game.
This is like so non-consequential. No one cares.
Tim, like, let's say...
Okay, well, you know what? It's not called Judge Pat. It's not called
we're
Judge
weighing
Jeffrey.
In. We have to stand up for
well,
the
you
side
weighed
that we
in,
believe.
but in the end, I'm the one who makes the decision, and I've made my decision.
Geoff, what did you want to ask him?
Oh, I wanted to ask Tim like how much he would pay, like what he thinks is the appropriate tip for valet parking.
Okay.
That depends on the restaurant, by the way, or the hotel.
And yeah.
a nice. I just.
And what's the charge already for the valet parking? Because some
and
places
let's
charge
say-
for valet parking up
Would
front.
you ask for change for a tip?
Depend, I suppose, what I tipped him with. If you tipped him with a $50 bill, yeah, I'd probably ask for change.
For a valet, I feel like $5 is good.
$5, even $10 would be okay. I think that'd be a reasonable range for valet parking.
I agree. I'm shocked you would tip a valet $10.
5 or 10, depending on what I had in my wallet. That's what I think is a fair tip.
That is true. If I had 10, well, I don't have money in my wallet because I don't have a wallet, but in my car, if I had a $10 bill and a $5 bill, I'd give him the 10.
I would as
If I
well.
only had the 5, I'd give him the 5.
I would do the exact same thing.
I cannot believe you just bit Jeff's hand off for $10 for valet parking, and you wouldn't tip the bartender more than $10 who's pouring your drinks all night, and that guy's just driving your car. around
I'm
the block.
shocked.
Doing this.
I
Shocked.
thought
Doing this, cracking a beer.
I
here
asked
you go.
this question
Cracking a
to
beer.
get-
Here you go. Cracking a beer. Here you go. I tell you, I don't know what they teach you in mixology school, but I think the beer cracking day is easy.
You know, I swear.
Really
I
taking
thought I
shots
asked
at
that. I
bartenders.
thought-
No. Real bartending is hard work. Opening a can of beer isn't. Making real cocktails, like that stuff is not easy. You have a lot of
You
steps and a lot
realize,
of process.
once again,
Opening a can of beer
they're
is
free
not
drinks for you that I have paid for.
opening a can of beer is not making a Cosmo. They're not in the same
They are.
universe.
Well, she was there making drinks. She wasn't making you a drink.
right. I was just having beer.
Yeah,
so
free
like,
beer.
So like I think
As many as you
I
want.
think your tip should hinge upon the amount of additional
Crack
labor.
them for you though.
And she got them for you and cracked them
Save
for
your
you.
nails.
That should be a lesser tip than someone who's making you like a very complicated cocktail all night.
I'll
sorry.
be honest. I asked that question thinking it was like almost Tim was gonna say he would give like
pat
dollar
on the back.
$2 coins.
No. If you're going somewhere where you're getting valet parking, you're already spending enough money.
That's
What's
not necessarily true.
You're probably
There's some
spending a good
places they
decent amount of
can
money.
get you.
$5 or $10 tip, it seems perfectly fair.
Okay.
Would you ever valet if you don't have to?
No, I can't imagine this.
Okay.
You would walk.
We went to, I think it was our friend's engagement party last year. You drove me down, and then you were gone for 40 minutes. You're like,
That's right.
You'll drop me off out front. I was like, oh yeah, sure.
No, it was our friend's 40th birthday party.
40th birthday party.
That's what it was.
Cust dropped me off out front, and then he was gone for 40 minutes because he parked 20 minutes away so we could find free parking.
Yes, absolutely. That is what I did, and I don't regret it. And I would do it again.
Just like, where'd Cust go? Like, I don't know. We had to call you to make sure
You
you
did,
were
and I said,
okay.
"I'm trying to find parking. Leave me be."
There
I'm
was like
trying
a parking garage next door
I'm not
for
paying.
$7.
I'm not paying for parking when there's free parking.
And it was
I'll go
cold
for-
out.
No, it was June. It was not cold.
No, this was in
It
April.
was fucking freezing.
I will find free
Yeah,
parking.
this is also not the first time you've done this.
No, of course not. If I'm going somewhere and there's parking, I'll go for the free parking. I went to something a couple of weeks ago. It was a rainstorm. I parked two and a
At
half
this
blocks
point, why
away
aren't you just
because I will not pay for parking.
Why?
At this point, why aren't you just knocking on someone's door? Say like, "Can I use your driveway?"
No. There's street side parking, and I don't park illegally. I only park where I'm allowed to park, and I parked legally on the street somewhere I could park, and I have no regrets about it. I would never like. If you had because it's just me. Like if I obviously had like a family and young children, and I would not burden them with having to walk 6 blocks in the cold because I wanted to be. I get that, but it's just me, and the only person suffering from this is me. So why is it anyone else's concern
There's a
but
party
mine?
going on.
But it's just
Then I'll
it's just-
get there in
it's-
25
but it's just
minutes.
Strange behavior. Like what's
Okay.
the $7 to you?
But
What is the what is your cost to time ratio?
I'm not paying for parking. I'll get it for free. I
We
don't
also
like it.
were like, oh, we'll like park with you and we'll walk over together.
He's like, no.
so he knows. He knows what
Would
he's
you have,
doing.
like, go for a
New
quick
York,
beat or
you could
something?
be
No,
one-
because
you
I
could
know-
get paid to park, like watch people's cars on the street and stuff for like stay in them.
I just know that the reason I say no, don't, because I know I'm going to just get lipped the whole time and you're going to try to pressure and bully me into parking.
You're like, what about that parking lot right
no,
there?
I won't do it. And I don't even want the person in the car to pay for the parking. I'll find the parking. Sorry, that's how I was raised.
You don't have to do everything the way that you were raised.
No, but
right?
that's how you know what? It is just how I feel.
Am I out behind the airport cutting down trees on Crown land and hoping not to get caught? No, but I was raised that way. Then you can go sell that wood in bundles when no one's looking in the bargain hunter.
Sorry. There's a whole Seinfeld on this too, where George can't pay for parking. I feel like
Yeah, so you're like, so you feel like George.
I do feel like
that should
like
really tell you something.
Well, he's right on this matter. I don't care. I don't pay for parking, but I don't have to.
On this notepad, I tell you, I think I've figured out like a parking scam, and it's been working for me.
Maybe you shouldn't say
and
it
you
on
know
the
the area out in Liberty Village by the old office. It's not an easy place. You know, I used to work there when we worked there,
It's
and
tough.
you know, sometimes it'd pay. I think it is all automated now. AI powered. What I believe is happening is they don't just like go to every lot now to check, because everything is AI powered through the machine, that they just can see how much activity has been purchased in the lot. If it's like above what they think is normal, they don't even come check the lot.
That's interesting. I like that. You're always finding the angles, Geoff. That's why you're
I've
you.
not been caught. I'm down there multiple days a week. At this point, like I'm free rolling like 4 tickets until like I would be negative EV.
I would be a bundle of nerves the entire
Oh
evening.
no, and then it's no.
I wouldn't be able to.
And
I wouldn't be able to concentrate on anything I'm doing.
Tim.
I'd be so terrified.
And the ultimate tell is like I'll see when I pull in, because I'm not there like early, is if they've already been through with tickets. And then you can see the time. Oh man, I
can't do
I
it.
used to do that for college parking.
I know. I'd get in your car, we'd go somewhere, and I'd have to sweep the parking tickets off the passenger's seat before I could sit down. I'm aware of your behavior.
They went completely unpaid. Although I used to keep the extra ones because I used to put the parking ticket inside.
Yes, you did.
If I saw the
And
tickets
if
that
I
were
was,
already
you
given
know-
out, just put it be like, boom, they already gave me a ticket. They're not going to give you 2.
And Tim, you know what? Like if when Pat, Rob, and Cam do their off-season like life hacks issue, I would just suggest, if you forget your bag going to the grocery store, just grab them when you're in there. And
I did it the
rip
other
off
day.
the tag and go shopping with it. Life hack.
The lady watched me do it. She's like, eh. Just
Are you
shit.
disgusted?
Disappointed.
Why?
Disappointed. You don't need to do that.
Life hacks.
How about just, live ethically?
No.
Do what you're supposed to do.
It sounds like I'm trying to get ahead, not behind.
I would rather
No,
just do it
if
the
I
right way.
I have my mental quota where it's like, no, I'm gonna buy enough in here. The bag is
I know.
just mine.
I know what you think, and I understand that you justify it, and I believe you that you believe it's justified, but it's still theft.
Oh, all the talk about people were like upset that I was talking about retiring last week. It's not going to happen, unfortunately.
Oh no?
No, because the house renovation that we're doing, when I gave my wife the budget, she handed me back the bill. It's now 2.5 times what I told her the budget was. Now I have no
It's like
money.
Geoff shopping at the Masters.
Yeah. Then our dryer went out. Then we have to replace the brakes in our car.
So now it'll be 5 years before retirement, not 3.
It's going to be like 7 years before retirement now. And all I meant by retirement was not doing a show every day. We'd still do this show.
Maybe not this show, but there'd be a show of some
Yeah,
sort
we
that would
do
happen.
the fun shows.
People were comparing you to like Jim Nantz, like making his retirement announcement, like giving a 5-year countdown.
And listen, you can see me from above right here. I'm no Jim Nantz. I have hair on the top of my head. Buffalo and Jacksonville is the next game. Sunday morning. I guess Sunday early afternoon.
The last one to be played at this time of day all year. I'll miss it already.
Jacksonville's a 1-point dog at home. 51.5 is the over-under. I'm going to take Buffalo to win the game. Only because of Josh Allen. That's it. There's no other reason to pick Buffalo.
This is going to sound dumb. I think this is the AFC Championship.
Really?
Whoever wins this game, I think, will end up going to the Super Bowl.
I think if you're Denver or New England, like this is the winner of this game, I think is like the team to beat. I kind of agree with Tim. Maybe Patriot fans will disagree with me on that.
They're too busy trying to find their jerseys and hats that they've thrown away for the last 4 years because their team wasn't any good and try to dust them off as the front runners that they are. So they're not listening.
Wait, who?
Patriots fans.
Oh, I thought you meant Bills fans. I was like,
No,
really?
not Bills fans. No, this game, like it does. I honestly do believe the winner of this game is going to the Super Bowl. I'm picking Jacksonville. Not with a ton of confidence. I think it's going to be a very good game. I just think that the Bills are just still too limited with 2 offensive players of real consequence, and not having a premier pass catcher, not having a defense that you can trust in big spots is going to come back to bite them. Jacksonville just has too many other weapons.
Hey, you once drafted Brendan Cooks in the first round of a fantasy draft.
I may have years ago, but like that was, again, it was like 8 years ago. But look, it's just Jacksonville isn't even at 100% strength. Wait till this team gets Travis Hunter back next year. Like, this is a great team.
We saw Travis Hunter.
And they get to
really
add an elite
anything.
talent like him into the mix next year. Like, Jacksonville's going to be better.
I feel like they went out and they got Jacoby Myers.
So
Myers has
next
been
year,
excellent.
Travis Hunter might just be a corner because they've truly cultivated an incredible receiving room.
And I think that would be great too. Bring him in like 5-6 snaps a game as a receiver.
I don't mean to go off top. Travis Hunter's. Who do you think is going to be the favorite to win comeback player of the year right now for next year?
Well, apparently Neighbors might not be ready, but the clear answer is Mahomes.
Well, no, but he got injured the last game of the second
then
last
he'll
game of the
come
season.
back.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
Mahomes, Neighbors, Tariq Hill. Any good running backs get hurt?
Not really. No. Scattaboo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's probably Cam Scattaboo.
Okay.
Yeah, what? Rashawn Slater.
Garrett Wilson.
Oh, Garrett. Yeah.
Although,
You're
can he
right.
really come back?
Najee Harris.
Settle down.
I'll take the Jags here. I just think they have a little bit too much firepower. And what I expect to be a very high-scoring game, and the spreads tell you that. It's 51.5, the over-under. It's going to be a very high-scoring game, but I think in the end, Jacksonville just has a little bit too much for Buffalo. 34-31 Jaguars, something like that.
I think if the game goes over, the Bills win. I think Jacksonville's defense needs to show up here.
Which it has for the last several weeks.
The Jacksonville defense is really good. but
Jacksonville's been the most complete team in the AFC for the last month and a half.
Just, but because you talked about like Green Bay looks dead, and when we get to San Francisco, you're going to tell me that they're dead too.
Yes, I am.
But there's also these teams that we see come in with these streaks,
Yeah.
and then they just end.
Totally. That happened to the Lions last year. This does happen.
And sometimes, the Ravens just fired John Harbaugh.
Did they?
Yeah. Well, actually, sorry, a parting of the ways.
That same way that Belichick and the Patriots.
So,
fire
that's
Aaron
really
Glenn and
bad.
go hire this man. My God, do I have to get on my knees, Hank Paulson style, and beg you to please fire Aaron Glenn or give him some phony baloney job in the front office? You got lots of money.
President of calendars.
Yeah, make him vice president of,
Do you think
I don't
they'll
know,
want-
dancing.
do you think
And
the
give
Ravens-
John Harbaugh this job.
Do you think the Ravens will want to totally cut themselves of any of the Harbaugh family business?
No, Jeff. Minter is going to be the head coach of the Ravens.
I think because there's a lot of Ravens fans that are like phased that they let McDonald leave. And Minter is essentially the exact same tree and tutelage. Like he's been through all Camp Harbaugh's.
Yeah.
Shit. This one worries me now. This was one I was really worried about.
Yeah, the Jets should really just get on the horse here and fire Aaron Glenn, because you could have
Him or Stefanski.
Yeah,
I would take either.
So there's been like real negative energy towards Stefanski
Great.
from what I've seen.
Give me
I do not understand
Well,
this
I
at
do
all.
understand it. Like,
I
I don't understand it.
Like,
I don't
understand-
understand it.
Every time they gave him someone relatively competent, he won coach of the
The
year.
argument could
Whole
be he's
organization
had an-
has blood on their hands for Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
So they all share that equally. And I would say he's handled himself admirably to Tim's crying like a week ago that he only wants like stability. And that's why a guy like Mike McCarthy would make him happy. Well, now there's Stefanski and John Harbaugh,
Well,
who
let
I
me
think
do-
are above that.
my Al Pacino, hoo-ah, and be the devil's advocate here and say, look, the Browns have furnished Stefanski for the last 3 years the very best defense in football. He's an offensive coach, and he's not holding up his end of the bargain.
I mean, he did it with.
He has
they
had an
gave-
all-time great defense.
They gave him Flacco, and he got them to the playoffs.
and his offensive game plan was so poor he had Flacco throw like 50 times.
You know, but
I'm
he
not-
can end
I'm
up
not
That's
in
the-
saying
that,
Miami
that was
and
their
do.
entire thing. He threw
I
50
am
times
not
every game.
saying I'm agreeing. I'm just laying out the alternate case as like, hey, look, if we're the Browns, we gave you the best defense imaginable to an offensive head coach, and you did nothing with it.
So my timeline is lighting up, Jeff, with like, I can't believe this happened. Didn't
I can.
everyone kind of see this coming?
I'm talking about this for like a month and a half. That like whoever didn't get out of the NFC North the head coach might end up being fired or relieved of his response. And he's been there for like 18
He's
years.
gonna
Like
be my assistant next week.
maybe
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
it's not a bad thing.
Listen, he was
They
in.
played the Patriots like
Was
a
he-
month
did he-
ago, right?
Did he help out John when he was in between jobs? Like when the
I don't know.
49ers fired
He
him.
should-
Did he go to help the Ravens out a little?
Or you know what? Maybe he can get a job in TV and then be our consultant.
There you go.
Everybody's doing it. Matt Ryan is doing it
So
now.
yes, we're
And
gonna
Matt
be,
Ryan wants to be president of operations and keep his CBS job, I heard.
What an unserious human being.
Well, why not? Listen, as one thing I will give everyone a tip on in negotiations,
Ask for everything.
ask for 5 times as much as you think, and sometimes they'll be like, okay, because that happens. Happened to me. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's like when you were a little kid and you were making your list for Santa Claus, like I was always told, put everything you want on it. Like there's no limitations. Sky's the limit.
$7 for parking.
Pick everything in the Eaton's wish book or the Sears wish book you want. Just pick it all, whatever you want.
Tim, here's the problem. Mr. Ross in Miami missed out on a Harbaugh. He might want this one.
That's actually
That does seem like McDaniel has got to keep the job.
well. If Harbaugh would, they do some footsies here and be like, "No, I'll come." Like he'd probably.
Yeah,
fire
but you
him.
can't fire him because on the hope that he might come to you.
Well, you talk to him.
But there's going to
He's
be a lot of other
fired. Now
teams.
you can talk. It's not even tampering.
Honestly, like it frustrates me, but like the Raiders' job is actually such an awesome job right now. They have like $100
disagree.
million in cap space, the first overall draft pick. If you're an offensive-minded head coach, like you
Hear
get,
me out for a second.
I think it's of all the jobs that are out there. It sounds weird. I actually think
Atlanta's
it's
the
most
best
attractive.
job. Arizona's the worst job. You could rank them else in between. I would say the downfall of the downside of the Raiders job is you're stepping into a division with some great coaches, and you're going to get still the last half of Mahomes' career there. And it's a high end division that you might want a softer spot.
Maybe, or like I said earlier,
There's
vis-a-vis
rumors that
quarterbacks,
they're
if you're-
going to try to get the Indiana coach too. Like they're going to make him
Bobby
a
Knight?
Godfather offer. The Raiders.
they're going to throw chairs across the free throw lane. They should. Why not?
Well, the best job right now. I don't know if Harbaugh's interested, but Baltimore's a pretty good job with a good quarterback.
yeah, and who knows?
Stefanski to
It
Baltimore.
could have very well been a coach or QB. One has to stay. And
Like, listen,
gonna
you fire Harbaugh over getting rid of Lamar.
You're going to pick
That
Lamar.
100 times out of 100, you do that.
I kind of feel bad for Harbaugh. I know Raven fans will yell at me. A kicker didn't miss a kick all year. They set up a 42-yarder. Mark Andrews, like an all-star, drops the play. Like,
Okay, but I'm
You know-
not second guessing. I was first guessing watching the game.
Why he wasn't trying to get more yards.
And I didn't understand why you didn't at least give the ball to Derrick Henry to try to get 6 or 7 more yards. If not, it's a rookie kicker.
because
it's
it was a
outdoors.
consequential part of the game. You can't give it to Derrick
It
Henry.
just-
That's the
or
strategy.
you throw the ball. You've been throwing the ball so beautifully in that quarter. I thought it was weird to like give up 3 yards and center it. And they had a timeout. So like I'm not second guessing. At the time, I thought, gee, I don't know that that's what I would have done.
Harbaugh to the Giants?
If I were him, I'd take a year off. He's coached for 18 consecutive seasons.
The thing is, some people like coaching.
Some do, but some, it might behoove him to take a year
there's
rest.
some nice jobs though. Like the Dolphin job is a soft
The
landing.
Dolphins job isn't open right
Arizona's,
now.
Arizona's the worst job.
Yeah, I
because
agree. I wouldn't want that job.
It's got the division, and it doesn't have like Brady and first overall like the Raiders pick has. And like the Raiders are at least our historic franchise as well.
And the Raiders having fired so many coaches, you're going to have such.
You say that, but they continue to fire coaches every year.
I think you're going to have
I think there's 5 coaches they're still paying right
I think
now.
you're going to have a lot of leeway if you're that. To me, so I take Jeff's point about Atlanta, but they have no money.
But the
The Raiders
division
have a lot of
already
money.
puts you just by like the division makes you the best chance of success. They've got a veteran O-line, with
Granted,
playmakers.
but if I'm confident, I'm not afraid of the other teams in my division. I'm betting on
No,
me.
but I don't know why you would think the Raiders job is better than the Atlanta job. It's a stable,
Because of the
respected
money.
owner, despite not being able to get
And
it right.
if I'm the
Well, hold on,
Falcons,
hold on.
I have Penix or I have 44-year-old Cousins. Like I don't have a
Yeah,
quarterback.
but if you're the new guy, you can bail on Penix in a year. It's
And
not like
but you have a draft pick. You may not have the first overall draft pick to do this.
Listen,
The Raiders do.
Peyton went to the Broncos, had to eat the Wilson money, and made his pick, and they turned out fine.
Fine, but like I'm just saying, if I could,
And it's not
Pick
like
my guy.
but it's not like what the Falcons can pay you. It's probably more than the Raiders can pay you.
Even though
Mark
Mendoza's-
Davis isn't Mr. Moneybags over here.
no, but like
Arthur Blank is.
even though I think Mendoza is just a pure one-read quarterback, I still would take my chances
What?
with him. And
Yes, he's not
oh,
going to the
it's
Jets.
over now.
Yeah, he sucks now because he's not
But
going
Tim,
to
I didn't-
hold
I
on,
didn't say
Tim. There's a lemon coming into my division. Is
I
what you're
didn't.
saying?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying he's not the first pick overall in the draft quality. He's like he's a high-end second
Hold on.
rounder.
When did this officially? Did this happen on Sunday?
Yeah, this started on Sunday.
Just want to date it.
I just think Dante Moore is just a better, more skilled quarterback. If I had to choose,
And Cust hasn't seen him play yet, but he will this week.
You watch in the Peach Bowl. First look and fire.
But out of all the jobs now, Baltimore is the best job by far.
Because you have the established.
You have Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, you have the established
sure.
quarterback. So I
For
guess
sure.
that's true. But after Baltimore.
Or the Giants because you have Dart and Scadaboo and
Okay.
Neighbors, who might be dead.
Just on the Ravens, how long do you think their window is open for? The track record for running quarterbacks, not great. Lamar's 29, I think today or tomorrow. He's already been hurt. He's missed 3 of the last 5 end of seasons.
I
He was
think
hurt all year.
I think that as long as Lamar can be upright, even the guy that we saw against the Steelers on Sunday night, he's so dynamic. And yes, he will always hit his upside by using his legs. That has to be a part of his game in order to be the MVP. But I think he's never going to be a pocket passer. But even look at someone like Mariota now, right? Mariota doesn't have the speed he once had. He can still kind of run. That's not the focal primary part of his game, but he's not good. Lamar can fucking chuck the ball.
Yeah, I would say that it's still got at least a good 7 years there.
7, it might be pushing it. It's probably 3 to 5 for peak Lamar that he can win you a Super Bowl. He's one of the guys you'd be like, yes, you can win a Super Bowl with Lamar.
Guy couldn't have done any more Sunday night. It was so frustrating.
He could have played defense.
And I feel so
Trade him for
terrible.
Travis Hunter.
And I was just so. I mean, I don't know.
Rodgers played.
I felt so bad for Loop. Oh my goodness, I still feel terrible for him.
Well, it's okay. He's getting death threats.
That's so terrible. Grow up, people.
Hold on a second. Dickard's going to miss one. You won't feel bad for him. You'll feel vindicated.
First, he's not a rookie. Second, he's not an illegitimate Pro Bowler like Dicker. Third, if he misses the game-losing field goal, I'm going to feel bad for him. That's terrible. You never want that for somebody. Unless it's the Patriots. I don't want that for any team.
Do the Patriots have a good kicker?
I
They're
hope
the
not.
rookie kicker.
Yeah, I hope not. When it matters.
I don't
missed
know if
that
I
field
gave
goal.
my pick on the
You didn't. Buffalo or Jacksonville.
In our AFC Championship game.
So
I disagree with this, by the way.
That's fair.
This premise.
I'm glad that at least Geoff agreed. Somebody was taking the bait with me. That's the way I feel.
I think the winner, just go by what a Denver fan would think. I think a Denver fan thinks this is the winner of this game is their biggest obstacle. And that's, I think, a good barometer. If Josh Allen is 100%, I would back the Bills for sure.
Well, you're going to have to pretend like you know that answer to make a pick then.
I'll take the Bills, but I think this is going to be, I don't know, it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't really feel strongly about it, but it's going to start a great day of ball.
Even if he's not 100%, he can come out and take the first snap to keep his bogus streak
Oh,
alive.
I hate that. Yeah.
It's not a real streak. He's not Cal Ripken out. You know what Cal Ripken didn't do for his streak? Come in, take one inning at third base or shortstop, and then sit out for the game.
Favre did this too, though, didn't he?
I don't know whether Favre did or not, too. This is such a phony baloney streak when
Sorry,
at least 2 years in a row, he takes.
for life.
Yeah, sorry, it's not a real streak. I'm not saying he's not incredibly tough in starting these games. What he's doing is super
Great,
impressive.
Tim.
Don't tell me it's a streak.
Streak.
Play the game or
He's
something.
going streaking.
Be different if he got
it's
injured.
it's so low brow to even care about it.
Nobody does.
Well, it
People
seems,
only
it seems like both of you really
people
care
only
about
remember in week 18.
No, I mean
when
why
he
the
comes in for the
player
one
would
snap.
want to. Why the player would want to diminish.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Why
I don't
bring
know
all the
why,
attention on
it
yourself
seems
like that?
beta for someone as good as Josh Allen to care that much.
I agree. I bet you most Bills fans, if you ask them, probably feel pretty similarly. They couldn't care less about
I just
his
don't
streak.
think they care.
And think it kind of looks
And
bad.
I don't know if this matters, and it's so random and generic that I don't even know if Tim's history could quantify it. But I saw a tweet also, I wish I could find it or remember it, that said in the last few years of wild card weekend, the teams that have played the stronger schedule win the games. The more
I have heard that
battle-tested
floating
teams
around, yeah.
win the games.
So I guess Jacksonville would have played the harder schedule, right?
Well, no, but this is
Because they played the AFC South.
is all just a setup for Sunday night.
Oh.
Stop it. We know where this
Oh,
is.
no, I don't care
This
about
is all
that.
you're just setting up the pins so that we can knock them down in 6 hours. Remember, we get to that game.
We're almost there.
I know. Anyway, I saw that too. But Jacksonville, to their credit, have some big wins too. It's not like they haven't played anybody. They do have some big wins.
Yeah.
So
Morency has the hottest take on this Harbaugh firing. Yes, he's now wondering if Lamar is next.
well, I mean, Geoff was sort of intimating that by saying, "Do you think they're just going to blow things up completely?"
No. When did I say that?
I thought that was your first impression. I was like, do you think they completely blow things up? I'm not convinced. I don't think that's going to happen. But if you told me that happened, I wouldn't also be shocked. If you thought you could ship him out for 3 first-round picks, you probably could.
Straight him to the Jets.
A brand new coach.
Oh, Lamar to the Jets, you'd be so fired up.
Of course I would. Kidding me? Take that now.
I don't know. I think there's like Lamar.
I think Lamar's staying, obviously, but when you said, "Oh, I wonder if they're going to do like a complete rebuild here," I understood that for you to be saying maybe they send Lamar out the door too. Sorry, so if that's not what you meant, then fair enough. I misread you.
I don't remember saying about a rebuild, but okay.
I thought you did. I could be wrong. I'm wrong all the time, except during my Judge segment.
Well, that does bring us to the midway point of the show, which means it's time for a mini version of Cust Corner.
He's the most insane Tim Too Rich, Coke fanboy impressionist, a murderer, a fast food lover, a nuts fan who'll curse your mother, self-proclaimed man of the most. He wants his credit, he needs to boast. Doctor, Top Gun, hipster too, whatever you call him, that's up to you. He's got a corner and it's Cust. Let's hear the hot takes and discuss.
So, it's January. And if you're going to the gym, it's loaded with people. It was last night. The whole place was packed with people.
Now, did you ask people if they too thought that jumping took more upper body strength than lower body strength?
No. But so I have 2 things about this time of year that I'd like to see happen. First, it's almost a reverse take of what I thought before with the gym. The people who are longtime members of the gym should have, in the month of January, a dedicated hour or 2 where it's theirs. Because they're used to going to the gym and not having a million people on every machine, on every cardio machine, that there should be a designated hour or 2 in the month of January where you have to have had your membership for X amount of months to be able to participate.
Because that's discouraging. You do not want to discourage people from going to the gym.
You don't, but you want to encourage you don't want to frustrate your clientele.
If people are keen on working out, they'll find time to go.
Yeah, but
they don't care. Most people who are going to the gym all the time don't give a fuck about the cardio machines.
Just all the machines. The weights are more busy. Just everything's more busy. The parking lot is jammed.
If you are an avid gym goer, you know this. You plan. I have my January plan for the gym, and then my rest of the year plan.
I just think it would be nice to have a separate set of time set apart for people who are not the newcomers.
This is just Fat Hour in reverse, and you did this last year.
I just said this is sort of a reverse take of that claim. The other thing I'm frustrated with is this is a season where people are trying to get healthy and they are trying to follow through with some New Year's resolutions. See, how dare Harvey's put on 2 for $8 in the month of January? How dare McDonald's put out this brand new double cheesy burger, which has got to have like 400 calories.
What new burger?
You think it only has 400 calories?
Maybe it's more than that. Maybe there's a brand new burger. It's a double.
Look it up.
It's like a double cheesy burger that they've just put out.
Burger?
No, but it's like 2 quarter-pounder patties with extra cheese and a cheese sauce and grilled onions and crispy onions.
The double cheesy melt?
That's it. The double. Like, it sounds so delicious.
700 calories.
There you have it. And like it sounds, but fast food places should be putting out in January healthy options, a healthier choice. And should be encouraging people to don't put out 2 for $8. Don't do that to me. I don't want 2 for $8 in January. Put that out in April. Put that out in May.
Can you believe, Tim, they have the nerve to make ice cream half price this time of year? Can't they be charging full price for ice cream right now?
I don't want unhealthy, delicious deals for the month of January.
You still have your notifications on for these deals?
Yeah, of course.
So turn off.
Just turn them off.
My point is,
you are my inside source. I don't hear about anything new until you tell me.
Because I'm aware of what's going on, and it's like that.
Are you just trying to get Pat to order you a cheesy
No.
No, the show's over. There's no.
My point is,
melt.
And the only way that I can write off my new kitchen is by having Tim come in and cook.
It does not look like a fantastic.
That's a big boy.
I know, it looks so good, and this is not the time for that. People are trying their darndest to follow through on their health resolutions. Don't come out with this stuff now, please. Come out with some healthier choice options, some lighter calorie options. Put some discounts on that stuff. Don't incentivize the unhealthiest options and get people to fall into the habits they don't want to
Well,
fall
it
into.
isn't part of a New Year's resolution, which I disagree with. I don't think anyone should have New Year's
I don't have a
resolutions.
problem with them.
Birthday resolutions are better.
Sure.
Because there's no worse time to get on a resolution than January 1st.
Well, honestly,
it's horrible.
Yeah, but if it
isn't this
incentivizes
a part
you-
of it? Because one of the things that almost every New Year's resolution boils down to willpower. Do you
Sure.
have the willpower to go to the gym, to eat cleaner? So you need to have temptation out
yeah,
there.
but
to prove that willpower.
there's already a
There-
surfeit of temptation.
You know, you have to have the willpower to avoid, and they're there for people that do have the willpower to not overindulge, but also want some savings after an expensive holiday.
It just feels like, like remember that Simpsons Halloween episode where like Lard Lad is dangling the donut in front of Homer when he's trying not to pay
Putting
attention
on the
to the
2 for $8
monsters?
for you or something.
No, it's not for me. Is
it for 2?
It's 2 burgers for $8. It's a fantastic deal. They're delicious hamburgers, but like that's not what I want to be eating. I don't want to be
Then don't eat it.
But don't put that in my field of vision.
I can't.
Not this month.
So we've heard I can't pay for parking, but I will because a burger is $8. I have to get 2.
It's not that I have to, but it's like
Then don't do it.
I just don't make it harder for me. Don't make it harder for people who are on with their resolutions. Do it in February or March or April, please.
But then you'd be like, oh my God, look at this sweet deal. Let me go get some.
But I don't want those
No
deals.
matter what month it was, what day it is, you're going to want to go get
But
it.
not now, please.
Can't gambling companies just stop advertising during the NFL playoffs?
It's not the same thing. Not the same thing at all. People are making, concerted efforts to try to eat more healthy and not fall into the various traps. And it is an unnecessary additional temptation when McDonald's comes up with like what sounds like the most delicious burger I can imagine. How can somebody?
I think you got to try it tonight. You earned it.
No, I don't want to. And like it sounds so awesome. So awesome, but I don't put that, and then don't tell me it's a limited time offer that like,
hey, you'll never get it again.
This is it, right? Like, so I don't want that.
But like, and also Tim, like to be fair, this is one of those things that could never come back.
I know, and that's like an additional layer of the temptation is the FOMO of not getting to have this hamburger. But like,
is there a McDonald's Reddit you can get reviews?
I don't even want to read the reviews. I know what the sandwich, when I heard about it, I did a deep dive as to what was in it. So I could tell you it had 2 different types of onions and a cheese sauce and cheese and patties. And I'm like, I just don't need this in my field of view.
Dayton just said he's going to get it on the way home.
Well, you know what? I bet you it'll be awesome. But like,
it's cheesy. It's juicy. It's melty. The new double cheesy melt.
It sounds so good.
Tim, when is a Christmas Coke can no longer considered fresh?
We got about another 2 weeks. Okay. 3 weeks max. By the end of January, like if I'm seeing a Coke can in like a pizza place that has Santa on it, they haven't refreshed their stock, and I'm not going to go for it.
There is something that we didn't talk about that I had written down from Sunday.
Okay.
Which you brought up.
Which is?
Geoff, how long would you last in a UFC fight against a real UFC fighter?
Oh, like if I'm running away, I survived the first round.
I thought I could get through a round because I'd be running away.
No, we saw Jake Paul like run around for 2 rounds. He's a real athlete, like a real athlete in an oversized ring.
That's boxing.
Sure, but I'm just saying, even if you get the ring dimensions a little bigger, I could see how a real athlete could survive a bit. I'm not an athlete. After like 48 seconds of backpedaling, I am probably starting to get winded, and then I'm in a corner and I'm dead. And that's like max exertion avoidance.
See, I think they would take mercy on you.
What?
They would take mercy on you or I, because it's clear we're not trying to fight. We are just trying to survive.
They won. My program won the right. Like I want a prize.
Yeah. So let's say that I said, listen, because as was pointed out by our friend, said he could score 20 goals in every NHL game if the goalie just didn't try to save the puck and no one tried. So sure, yeah, if they didn't try to hit you, you could survive. But if I gave them an incentive, Geoff, if I said you get an extra $100,000 to get Tim knocked out or to tap within 15 seconds, it would be done.
Oh, it's over.
Oh, I agree
Yeah.
with that. I do agree with that.
And then we were watching women's fights, and Tim said that he would have more problems against women because they're faster.
I would think so.
In a ring the size of a UFC ring, it's discernible. The trouble feels identical for me and Tim. Matt, like,
Yes, the trouble is the same. We're going to lose.
like, sure, maybe the guy would just like bring me down a second faster, but a woman's like kick to the calf would just end me.
I'm not saying that the woman wouldn't beat you, but I don't know any sport on earth where women are faster than men.
I just feel like in the cage, they're lighter, they'd be faster, they'd get me quicker.
So if you had a 125-pound man and a 125-pound woman, you think the woman's faster?
I guess not. But like anyway, my point is, if I could run away like a coward for the whole round,
but you
I
can't,
could probably do that.
You can't run away for the whole round. We've already determined.
I would like be screaming, "Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Don't hit me! Don't hit me!" And just run around.
Even harder to shut you the fuck up.
Wow.
We've already determined you can't beat any NFLers in a race.
We didn't determine that.
You think that you're going to outrun someone in a confined space?
Just feel like they
for
would,
3 straight minutes.
They would just take
Could
pity
you outrun me in this room for 3 minutes?
No, but I just feel like they would take pity on me.
I don't think that's the way you can do it. What if they were incentivized to knock you out faster? The more
Well,
money.
if they were, then yes, I would be knocked out.
So unless they didn't try
Yes.
to do what you're in there to do, then they would beat you in 10 seconds.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Last point. New Year's Eve. I was asleep before midnight this year on New Year's Eve for the first time in my life. Best decision I've ever made. That should be my New
wife's
Year's
been
Eve
doing
tradition.
that for 15 years.
I have no regret. It's the first time in my whole life I've never, like since I was like a small kid, that I wasn't awake at the stroke of midnight. And I can tell you I have zero regrets.
I think that's healthy for you that you didn't feel obligated a
Nope.
need to stay up and watch Andy Cohen and Anderson.
I was
Cooper.
watching the
So good for
CBC
you.
show. I was watching the CBC
Which is really
show.
sad.
I kind of liked it.
It was
Actually,
really
it's
sad.
like New Year's across
That
the
is
country. I
actually
kind of
real
liked it.
sad. We could talk about that off air.
Oh,
No
okay.
comment.
I liked it. I thought it was
Yeah, no
entertaining.
comment.
Okay, fair enough. I thought it was entertaining. They were at that skating rink in Toronto. That
Yeah.
seemed like a kind of a cool place.
They were at the one here, and there was a guy standing in front of the camera, and they only had one camera, and no one told him to move.
I'll tell you, in Toronto, they couldn't get protesters out of the back of it either. So I can't like. That's what Tim was watching.
Yeah. Well, if I was a protester, that's exactly what I would be trying to do. It'd be a good one to do it on, right? They're not going to get you out of there. You
Like
get national TV coverage.
initially, I thought it was the space by City Hall, but I don't think that's where they were.
Anyway,
They were down by the waterfront,
I watched
I think.
Anderson and Andy for like 20 minutes.
I didn't watch. I didn't watch. I watched the CBC show. I enjoyed it. I pre-ordered my Chinese food 3 days in advance because you have to on New Year's Eve. It's just one of those things. If you're at a place that's good, you got to pre-order your Chinese food on New Year's Eve. I did. I got my order. I had Chinese food. I went to bed early. It was the best.
I actually made it to midnight for the first time in 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
Since the year that you guys all came over, which was like 4 years ago.
Yeah. And again, there's nothing wrong with staying up till midnight to New Year's Eve, especially if you're at a house party. I think that sounds like fun.
Well, yeah, if you're at a house party, you wouldn't be asleep by New Year's.
But
like,
choosing to be
midnight.
home and asleep, and it was great. I loved it.
That's great. Yes.
What do you make of, mostly for Tim, I guess, but for you as well, the collective of people who do New Year's brunch when they have kids?
Well, we did that 2 years ago. That everyone just brought their kids over.
And you like pretend
Geoff.
it's New Year's at like noon.
No, we didn't do that. Just everyone on New Year's Day came over because everyone stayed in.
No thanks.
You don't want to see that many kids, Geoff?
No, I don't mind the kids. It's just we stay up late. I actually brought my daughter onto the roof of where we're staying to watch fireworks.
Oh, I think at the roof of your house.
I bet you your club does a fantastic New Year's Day brunch, Geoff. I bet you they do it right too.
They probably do. That's something I'd never go to though.
Okay, fair enough. That to me I'd be all about that. Like a good New Year's Day brunch. That sounds delicious.
I'm mainly in on most brunches. I enjoy brunch. It's probably my favorite single like type of meal you can have.
I do like brunch. Can't think of any criticisms.
What's the craziest you've ever gotten at brunch?
Craziest?
Yeah, like stuff.
Oh, great brunch buffet. Hits the
Whatever's
spot.
there, I'm going to eat some of
Yeah,
it.
but I feel like you're like, oh yeah, there's hash browns, sausage, and eggs.
I'd get all of that.
You wouldn't have like
All of it.
there's ones you can go to where you can get like veal or duck and stuff like that.
Nah, it's not.
So
for me.
no. So the answer is no.
No,
You've never done. Like
I
a
kind of
fun
want just
brunch.
like I want chicken fingers and eggs, like scrambled eggs and
I mean,
bacon. And
chicken fingers are at brunch.
No, my chicken finger. There's a chicken finger station at the brunch
Absolutely,
buffet.
because that's
just
the
for
lunch
kids.
part of brunch. That's the lunch part of brunch that they have.
Chicken, grilled cheese, fries. There's a
Grilled
kid. Yeah,
cheese would be so good.
So they're there for kids. Like that's the kids part of the brunch.
It's anyone can have it.
That's what the kids. They know that's like enough. Parents might need that. But
I'm also out on
there's
mimosas. I don't like those.
You don't like mimosas?
I'll like a great breakfast buffet that's got like, the pancakes, the French toast, the waffles, even though like they're all carbs, they're the same thing. And, give me like one of each, some bacon. I'll even eat like a nice pastry that they got put out. I love breakfast. Breakfast might be my favorite meal.
I can get on board with that.
I like breakfast. It's not as good as lunch.
Because breakfast doesn't include chicken fingers.
Well, just like there's not as many breakfast foods I'm as excited about as I am as about like regular food. You know what I mean?
Get some duck in your life.
I've had duck. It's okay. I mean,
Duck is great.
Again, I get that you love it, and that's great. And a lot of people do, and it's obviously.
It doesn't seem like you're having it the proper style for
duck.
brunch.
What?
Peking duck.
I don't think I've ever had Peking duck.
Really? You've never had so when you say you get Chinese food, you're getting like sweet and sour chicken balls and rice.
I'm getting ginger beef, sweet and sour chicken balls, and I'm getting like barbecue pork and the chicken fried rice or steamed rice and an egg roll.
When was the last time you got steamed rice at the Chinese food place and not chicken fried rice?
A month ago. I went.
I'll get it because the kids like it, and I'll even put it in my soup a bit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But as a part of the Chinese food meal, you're not getting steamed rice. You're getting the fried rice.
Yeah, there's there's like a big thing of fried rice that people are sharing, but yeah, we'll get a little side of a little scooper of steam. Yeah.
Okay. Back to football.
Sure.
San Francisco at Philly. Philly's a 4.5-point favorite. 45 is the total.
Made me hungry.
I would love to see the Niners win here. I think this is as I picked Seattle last week against the Niners. I think Philly's a very bad matchup for the 49ers. So I will take Philly minus the 4.5. I really want to see. I can see San Francisco still making noise in the playoffs, but the incarnation that we saw last week, no Ricky Bullets, Jennings gets hurt, Kittle was on like half a leg, and McCaffrey looked banged up, and Brock Purdy got hurt at the end of the game. They need their guys. As we said all year, every time they've had their guys, they've been good. So we'll see what the health report says. Trent Williams didn't play.
He needs to play.
If he doesn't play, they're cooked.
They are cooked. So they're doing a Minnesota impression from last year.
There's
too get banged out back to back.
There's too much health-wise that needs to go right for them that I don't know where they're at right now. Plus, Philly could just be Philly could be shit. They could be a sleeping giant. I don't know. Their defense is good.
The only concern, I'm taking Philadelphia too. My only concern is that Philadelphia gets into these stupors
where they don't score.
Where they don't I don't understand what they're doing. The play calling is chaotic. The decision making from Sirianni is chaotic. And then you blink and you go, how is this game 13-10? They've been crushing them and they're losing. So unless Philadelphia does themselves in, the 49ers are going to win the ball, or the Eagles are going to win the ball game. So
sounds like the over-under is 45 here.
I'd play the under, probably something like 24-13 for Philadelphia.
If you're looking for people to take, because you needed to make the 10 picks in the pick'em pool for the underdog 5K that I'm giving away, hit the description, enter the Google form, put in your username. Unders for the under Barkley. Barkley's number is going to be like 95.5. He'll have like 20 carries for 70 yards.
They won't even have 20 carries. They won't use them correctly. Again, I'm very worried the Eagles will overthink themselves. But they're the defending Super Bowl champions. They're kind of a bit of a sleeping giant. Everybody's talking about Seattle. Everybody's talking about the Rams, given their easy draw.
You got a pair of scissors there, Geoff?
And another, you were playing with them the last podcast too.
Was I?
Are they like your fidget spinner?
I don't know. They're just, someone put them here.
You shouldn't play with them. They're dangerous.
Okay. Sorry.
So do you like Philly, Geoff?
I think this is an incredible matchup for Philly. Not only being at home, I feel bad. 49ers played a playoff game a few years ago. I think it was the NFC title where all the quarterbacks was hurt. That was totally unfortunate. Now they're going to play this game without those guys on defense. I put the 49ers in the same group as the Chargers and probably the Steelers as the three teams in this tournament that have no fucking chance.
You wouldn't include the Panthers?
Fred Warner and Bose, unless guys are actually back.
You see, I did the same thing on Sunday. I just keep forgetting the Panthers are in the playoffs.
The Panthers are have
Oh,
no
yeah,
chance.
the Panthers too. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, but like they're in this tournament.
Two aside. Yeah, there's two aside that pretty much have fatal flaws that there's just no way they could all win like a game, maybe two, but there's no way their fatal flaws can hold up over 4 games and just not backbreak them. That would be this defense. Unless it is exponentially healthier, I think it is just a horrible matchup. Yes, the Eagles can make it stupid, but I don't know how the 49ers score much on this Eagles defense that can just be so dominant at times. We have an injured left tackle, an injured defense. There are just so many things working against working against the 49ers right now.
Only thing I'll give them credit for.
Give me the Eagles. I don't even know if we do playoff edition super locks. It'd be hard pressed for me to pick something other than this one, I think.
If you're going to make the case for the 49ers, you look back to last week and say, look, Seattle has a fantastic offense. They held them to 13 points. That defense played really good football at home last week, and like that game was closer than it ought to have been because the Niners defense kind of kept them in the ball game. That was a fantastic performance for them in a losing effort. So if the 49ers have found some sort of strategy on defense, if Saul has cooked up something where they can frustrate offenses like Philadelphia, like Seattle, have these complicated receiving.
You've called out the Achilles heel of Seattle right now, that if they're going to get beat, they're going to confuse Darnold, and he's just not going to play that great.
Yeah, Hurts has been to 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls. He's far less likely to be frustrated and flustered. But that would be San Francisco's case, is that Saleh does another masterclass on defense, and they manage to wend their way to like a 13-10 game. Again, and the weather could be really poor. I don't know what the weather's going to be like in Philadelphia.
I feel like that helps Philadelphia in a weird way.
Maybe. I actually think it helps the 49ers, because just when you're the underdog, all the things that could slow down the opponent is probably a good thing.
I disagree with Geoff. I think if all these guys on offense are healthy, which they could be, wouldn't be crazy medical science if 14 days later they're fine, that if their offense can run, they can score with anyone. And they can put up enough points against a team like this that all of a sudden you get to 24 points and Philly can't beat you. And
those fans will be on Philly fast.
Immediately. Like that is the one part about this, that if you're going to play against a home crowd, this is the home crowd you want to play
They will turn
against.
immediately.
Yeah, a 3 and out to start the game. The boos are coming. However, I think it's easier to find a defense over 4 games in the playoffs than it is to find an offense.
I would agree. I would definitely agree.
We've just seen it too many times. Now, a great defense is always sort of like the magical elixir that does tend to translate from the regular season to the postseason, where we've seen great offenses just go inept for a game, and that's the end of them because they have no defense to play with. And that's kind of what happened to the 49ers last week. Yeah. It could happen again. I think it'll happen again. But if all of a sudden they're kind of clicking, Shanahan's figured out the defense, like the Phillies defense, and they can just hit all these seam routes over the middle, I can see a path of them just like being a real thorn to everyone because they just have guys.
I think they're just exhausted. Their season.
I don't think their season's done. I think Philly covers, but I'm wrong.
Their season's done.
Look at my record.
Okay.
If I pick you, more often than not, you're going to lose.
Yeah, fair.
We'll go Chargers in New England right now.
Okay.
To build Geoff up a bit here. The Patriots are 3.5-point favorites at home. 46 is the over-under. All I've heard all week is how lucky that the Patriots are that they're playing outside in this game. I think this is a huge advantage for the Chargers to be playing in the cold and outside. Maybe I'm just misreading this. The team with the really good defense and the banged up offense wants to play in the shitty conditions. That's what I would want. Do you see it differently, Geoff?
I've been saying this for a bit, and it's a type of team that I'm not familiar with. I'd have never said this if any other edition of the Chargers team, but I saw them play the 3rd coldest game in franchise history. And this is a franchise that's played the coldest game in NFL history. Not that that matters, but I'm just saying the 3rd coldest game is probably pretty cold. And they just tried to take the Chiefs' heads off every play for 4 quarters. And this group It's crazy to think a California Dome team is better suited to do this. But I believe like this group, this team has already proven to themselves like this is how they'll do it. So I unequivocally agree with you on that. And especially if this game becomes like a mucked up game, like a run of Chargers games have been for pretty much like the last month and a half, then it obviously suits the Chargers that if they're going to play like the game becomes a Chargers style of game, and then it'll clearly become a 3-point game, and hopefully one of the quarterbacks, hopefully it's mine, is going to make a play to win it.
Additionally, the cold weather should mitigate some of the speed of the pass rush from the Patriots as well, giving Herbert that extra quarter second, half second.
I actually think it's like basic, and I get why people would do it, but it's almost like a tell of like how basic your ball knowledge is and how really you don't know anything about this specific Charger team. Because, like Tim, I'm weak at times. I'm not weak enough to go on something as pathetic as Reddit. I wouldn't even know how to use it. I don't use it. But I've been on the YouTube watching like Patriot local Boston radio, and they keep mentioning that like this is just an outdoor, there's a California team coming east at nighttime, and that is like their difference. And they don't realize like that is just so low IQ like basic thinking, and I'm telling you it's wrong. The Chargers might lose this game, but that thinking is wrong. And this is the promise. Who are the Patriots, if they win, going to play next? I don't even know.
Jacksonville, if Jacksonville
wins. Let's say Jacksonville wins, okay? Jacksonville's going to be watching this game, licking their lips. Because the Chargers, the game might not break their way. But one thing I absolutely promise about this game, Tim knows it because he's been calling it for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers are going to hit you in the fucking mouth. And probably the dick, too. And hopefully the refs don't throw the flag, but the Chargers are going to play in a gray area, and they're going to play probably outside of that gray area because that's just what this team is. And it's unfamiliar to me. I'm not used to this kind of team, but whoever plays the Patriots next are going to like enjoy the wobbling that some Patriots will be getting up from.
I mean, if you were to stack the best 10 players in this game,
do not do this.
I'm not.
You have to understand. I am tortured, Pat.
I'm not.
2006. I truly believe the Chargers can win the Super Bowl. Will win the Super Bowl. I'll cry if we go too deep on it. Marlon McCree drops the interception. We lose the game. They do like the lights out dance on our Bolt. That was we'd have beaten the Colts. We would have played the lame Duck Bears. That would have been my Super Bowl. I didn't get it. Went there for an AFC championship. I was there in person. LaDainian's in his Darth Vader shit. I didn't get it. And that would have let me play Eli, which would have been everything to me. To get to play Eli in the Super Bowl would have, even with Billy Volek, like it would have.
But you played them,
and then the
lost
infamous
38-0, and it was the greatest game in Chargers history.
And then the infamous game a few years ago. Me and Pat have been doing this so long now, but the game where Tim said that we had the 10 best players. The Chargers went into Baltimore. They beat Lamar. They actually beat the Ravens pretty handily. At the time, this was like the beginning of the Ravens being the Lamar era underachieving, I guess. My favorite memory of that game is Phillip Rivers doing a first down after a big run and that whatever. And then Tim said 9 of the best players in the game were on the Chargers, and I think they lost by like 30 points. So there's like the Patriots just look at us as like their little bitch, and that makes sense. And hopefully this is just a different era. And I think we'll probably be playing again in the playoffs for years to come. I like the Patriots. I like Vrabel. Every Patriot fan who's watched this show knows what I've thought about Drake May since he was drafted. You guys know Hunter Henry is one of my all-time guys. So I don't know. I don't know if Pat, we got to do a golf show on Monday morning.
Mm-hmm. We do. First one of the year.
Yes.
And this show is moving to Monday nights, starting next week as well.
Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully the elephant tranquilizer will wear off by then. I don't know. Chargers lose. It's close. But the Patriots get up wobbling.
Can I ask a legacy question, Geoff? If
So
Herbert has a bad game here, like he did last year, will it? Given they don't have the tackles, given they're the 7th seed, given that they're on the road, there's really not a whole lot of expectations. Will this have any sort of implication on how people outside of the bubble of Chargers? Will this affect how people see him?
No, because Herbert was given a prescription from the doctor 3 years ago for excuses for life. He can refill that at any point.
Okay.
Just if things don't, I mean, it's not dissimilar to how you defend Lamar sometimes, that no matter what happens, it's not his fault. And there's a lot of people who are in that Herbert camp that clearly he's good. And when things don't go right, it can't be his fault because he's good.
I would argue that I don't really know even like the most Herbert pro people that like apologized, like that gave him a free pass for last year's game. I think it's in the numbers. Like people with eyeballs, like how the hell does this team have 11 wins? He's the only reason why.
Good defense.
32nd pass protection, 31 run. Every play is a fire drill. There'll be plays in this game that are just exploded from the snap. Congratulations, Patriots. Hopefully there's just a few of them, that he fire drills out of. He makes something magical happen. It depends how it happens, Tim, but it's like I said, like Herbert won over a lot of people this year for obvious reasons. We don't even need to go into them, even though statistically it was probably like not good at all. I mean, it wasn't. That being said, everyone could have spilled a big cup of water. That'd have been a bad omen. Everyone he won over this year, like it's a fine line. This game goes the other way. Like it's like Tommy Fleetwood gagging a 3-stroke lead in a signature event next April or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
like all the praise. I
get it.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh my God, what a bloke. God, like all the goodwill. There's not enough equity on the goodwill side that doing this would be crushing. And truthfully, like I'll close on this. I mean, we kind of projected it all year, right? They'd get to the playoffs on his back and they'd play it you get to the playoffs, you're going to play a team and they're just going to smother him. I want to be quick. You guys have known me a long time. Pat might have even known me since the North Turner era. I'm incredibly hard on coaches. I'm even assistants, I don't know. I've really given Greg Roman like a total free pass this year. I think Pat could attest. Like I just don't blame him for anything. Once we've lost the tackles, I just don't know what he could do. Do I like kind of hope he's not the offensive coordinator next year? Yes. Do I like pray to the Lord that we've been playing possum with some stuff for a bit? Like we don't do enough quick passing. We don't do enough screen game. We don't do enough RPO. We don't do enough of these things. And we let Herbert like die. And I pray that we have just been playing so possum with a part of the game that we can unleash in this thing. They just make him stand back there and fire, and he can, but there's another way, and we can be so effective. And I've given him a free pass for it because I don't know what you're supposed to do with this group, but you got to try harder, man. We got to have another punch to throw. I don't want to spend the whole goddamn fucking summer having to defend the guy. Just win this game, please. That's all. That's all. And I think the Patriots fans respect me enough to know like I'm part of this ecosystem. And, for them to have done what they did, it required a fucking, little fish like me. And maybe this little fish can knock them off. And, people like Tim can send me a message that says like, thank you. I didn't want to see them moving on.
So Patriots?
Yeah, Patriots.
Tim?
Oh, I got invited to the game by a fan. We've got great fans. Multiple fans have invited me.
Very good fans. I got tickets to the game outdoors. Very cool.
One fan even said, I can't go to the game. I'm out of town for work. But like, I want you to go with like my mom, dad, and brother. They're great seats, but I'm not going to wild card weekend. I'd rather spend Saturday instead of traveling, like skiing with my girls. Yeah, I'll miss that early game. I'm not getting on a plane for wild card, nothing.
Do you have a pick?
So the first thing I think about.
You didn't like my dovening?
I liked it. I thought we might have to like get you some sort of pill for next show.
No, like I'll tell you this. I will watch the whole game, like literally like rocking like this, like and like just like the whole game. You think like I'll be like jump? No, like the whole. It doesn't matter if it's 27-0. I will still think they'll lose. Like the whole game. I'll never feel safe. The best moment of my season, Tim, was that 3-game win streak against the division to start, and like the Sunday Night Football intro Sunday. Those are like when I look back on the year, that's what I'll want. I've been afraid Justin would get hurt all year. I hope it doesn't happen in this game because he deserves to have his off season, but he will like die for this. Like people thought he ran before, like he will die for it. I don't know what the rushing number is going to be.
That's one of the ones you want to use in the PME pick'em pool is over Justin Herbert rushing yards.
Yeah, like he'll die for this. He knows the reputation. He like what? Yeah, So yeah, whatever. Let's move on.
I just think this is a bad matchup for New England because everything. I mean, May can overcome it. You okay there?
I'm really starting to think. I've avoided thinking about it. Now, like I'm thinking about it.
May can overcome it, but you're talking about the weighted 7th best defense, very good pass defense, and New England's defense sucks. People forget about this. It's not good. That if Herbert has options here, if he can get it, what are they going to do out of the backfield? Maybe Hampton's been gearing up for this the entire time. He has 4 weapons he can throw to. They can create mismatches. Just as long as he has just a little bit of time, if he can just manufacture a little bit of time, they can score. And we really haven't seen New England's defense play a quality of quarterback since Josh Allen, when Josh Allen scored like 30 points on them in the second half. But even when they played the Bengals, they played Flacco. When they played the Bucs, they played Baker in that stretch where he had his arm dangling down. They just haven't played any good quarterbacks all year.
They played Brady Cook when they played the Jets.
In the Lamar was lighting them up. Then he got hurt. Then Huntley had to come in.
The first thought I had in my mind before this game was 2 weeks ago on Jeff's birthday when the Texans had not 1 but 2 super deep passes for touchdowns. And if the Chargers back end can't get it figured out, they don't have a chance. I am going to
say something about those?
Sure.
Well, I would just like to say, people have acknowledged that the Chargers have been so good at not giving those up. And they gave those up, and those were like great scheme when you see the replay and how the Texans designed those, and they got the safety out of the way. As someone that's watched every snap, I would say, and this isn't good for the Chargers, it's to Tim's point, is in my opinion, those have actually been available every game. Every game I've watched the quarterback attempt them, they just miss them. Overthrow, drop, good cut. Like for the most part, that is available against the Chargers. They almost dare you to do it. Drake May excels at it, and it's a concern.
That's it. This is the by far best deep passing
offense. But people
think
football. We don't give those up. I'm saying we do give them up. It's just the narrowest margins that we've escaped them, other than the one time that people remembered on TV recently.
Mahomes just kept overthrowing them.
Butte longest reception over.
Yeah, so that's why I'm taking the Patriots.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think you'll lose by 7. No, I think you'll lose by 7. So you'll cover that. They won't cover the number. I think the Patriots are going to
possible in this game.
Yes, New England could blow them out.
I don't think so.
There's like a 38-10 on the table here.
If they haven't been tested yet.
Yeah, but if New England gets rolling early here and they jump out on top of them, it's just a ball rolling downhill. It feels like.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned that they are going to make some big plays on you both early and late. And that is going to be the difference for you, Geoff. And not having those tackles, will you be able to match shot for shot in a game where I think if you win, you're going to have to win this game 38-35. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you're going to do it. I hope you do. I hope you do.
I think this is going to be
I
like
hope you
20.
do.
I think this is going to be, if the Chargers win, it's 2017.
Yeah, it's like if the Chargers win, it's like the exact same box score. Like, look at the Eagle final score. Look
No,
at that Chief game
this is
final
Bills,
score. Look at that
Patriots.
Houston game. I'm not saying the Chargers won all those games, but like the Chargers win like 2016 or something.
Yeah, if they win, they muck this game up. Like if you think that the Chargers can win, like Chargers money line with under 46.
I'm not picking them.
This game is going to be. But if the Chargers win, it means they held to field goals in the red zone, and the Chargers had an incredible 10-minute touchdown drive, and Herbert didn't turn the ball over.
Or Drake May, who's never played a playoff game before, doesn't show up in a big moment.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's a live option too.
We've seen it with great quarterbacks. That doesn't.
Yeah, this is his first. This is his first bite at the apple. Maybe it doesn't go so well. So I'm taking the Patriots with no particular confidence and praying beyond that Geoff gets the win.
So I'm the only person taking the Chargers here. Interesting.
It seems like this should be a spot where you do like what you do in Mahomes or Allen. You just keep them off the field. 8, 9, 10-minute drives. And apparently the Patriots red zone defense, I think, is the worst in the league.
See, that's,
so if you can do that,
that is huge for the Chargers.
Yeah. So if you can get there, I think it's 75% you score a touchdown. So convert in the red zone.
Why I think it's going to be a lot of points in this game.
See.
Problem is, like the shitty O-line, it really gets exposed in the red zone. Like, really.
I can see this being a big gap.
Spaces are more confined, and Herbert isn't like Lamar or Mahomes or Allen. Like, he's got a high level of Superman, but it's not that. It's harder in the red zone.
2 notes before the Monday
night
football.
I'm going to enjoy the other playoff games or what?
First note, the New York Jets, breaking news, have officially become the first team in NFL history to finish the entire season with 0 interceptions.
But that's not
Interceptions started being recorded as a stat in 1932. Jet airplanes were invented in 1939, meaning the Jets have accomplished a feat so embarrassing that it predates their own mascot, actual Jets. Other news, as being reported by Adam Schefter right now, Jason Garrett's the frontrunner for the Titan job.
I mean, with Mike Vrabel coaching this weekend, that is just, Miss Amy. That's one of the worst ever, Miss Amy.
What, that they got rid of Vrabel? I don't think that Vrabel was doing anything with the Titans.
I don't care. Look where he is now. Look where they are now. The guy is just a culture.
Maybe they shouldn't have given up on Malik Willis.
She didn't like bad words
way better
being
than Malik
used.
Willis, by the way.
Maybe. Or AJ Brown.
She didn't like bad words. She didn't like...
The Eagles are trying to give up on AJ Brown. He's by far their best receiver.
Vrabel wasn't enough good guy culture for Miss Amy, and she fired him.
Vrabel, to me, is like low-rent John Harbaugh. I don't know what exactly he
Vrabel,
brings culture, but that's kind of it.
Toughness, a seriousness, a professionalism.
But it's really easy to look good as a coach.
But you take the professionalism out of Tennessee and you insert what they've had.
Sure, but
everything falls apart.
Like, did he really do that great of a job in New England? They got the easiest schedule in 3 decades and an MVP quarterback. Shocking, they're really good.
Sure, I don't put it all on him.
Did he coach up Drake May to be really good? No.
I don't think so. But obviously, he obviously did some very good things after a series of foolishness in New England with the last year of Belichick and then the whole year last year with Gerard Mayo. He brought sincerity back and professionalism back.
If Mike Vrabel goes to Chicago, are they the 2 seed? No is the answer.
No, but they're probably a playoff team.
Maybe. I don't know.
On my list.
What? No, we're going to do that next week.
Okay. Do you want to tease the list?
Tease the list. Tell people of the list that you have come up with for next week.
Next week, I have, and this was a ghastly exercise, I have definitively ranked every single person who has started at quarterback for the New York Jets over the last 25 years.
Holy shit.
It's a real sad list.
There's 23 people, and it gets real thin real quick.
Can you give us the name that you probably had forgotten that had played
Michael Vick? I had forgotten that we had Vick for a stretch in 2016, but we did.
Was he good?
No, he's terrible.
Their play for the Jets or their careers?
No, who played for the Jets. And they're my ranking of them as to their performance as a Jet.
Monday Night Football. Houston at Pittsburgh. 3.5 is the line right now. Pittsburgh's a dog at home. 39.5 is the over-under. I think Pittsburgh's going to win, so I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
I think Pittsburgh's going to cover. I'm not convinced they're going to win.
Fair. They could pull a Fienberg here. And I think this line moves up. I think it goes to 4. I think people are going to love Houston here. Now, here's a thing. Pittsburgh, very good on Monday Night Football.
That's right. Tomlin is great on Monday Night Football.
Pittsburgh
has never lost at home on Monday Night Football.
They
I believe he's never lost a home Monday Night Football. I remember them talking about that in that stupid Dolphins game earlier.
Yeah, but they played the Bills on the Monday Night Football playoff game like 2 years ago and lost.
No, they didn't.
Didn't they?
That was a Monday afternoon at like 5 o'clock because it was snowed out of the early.
So
stretch.
Technically, they lost.
It wasn't like Monday Night Football. It was a Monday, but it wasn't Monday Night Football.
So then I believe they haven't lost at home since 1991.
And I'm pretty sure that game was in Buffalo.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because the Steelers haven't won the division since like 2016.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, great on Monday Night Football, but terrible in the wild card round.
Yes.
So Houston is. I don't know. I
don't
know,
know,
what
but
to
the
do with
last 2 years in the wild card round, I had nothing for Houston, and they made minced meat of their opponents who struggled on offense. Now the Steelers are getting Metcalf back. That's a great plus.
They had no one, and they scored points on Baltimore.
The Steelers, I don't know how they managed to score points last week.
They have Aaron Rodgers. He's great. You called him the MVP last year.
It was so annoying. Okay, I won't. After the game, they're interviewing Rodgers, and he said, it's really good to get back to the playoffs. It's been a rough year. And he said, and really, it's been a rough couple of years, considering the last couple of years too. I was like, what are you doing? What are you in this moment of conquest? You're going out of your way to take a backhanded shot at the Jets. What are you doing? We're down and out, man. Like, leave us alone. We're that fake hamburglar who's a crusty burglar who's like, we're already dead. Leave us alone. What are you doing? I think this is going to be a low-scoring, ugly football game that the Texans, because they're just a little more physical and they're a little more talented, win like 20-17. But the hook is enough for me to take Pittsburgh.
Well, unfortunately, if Pittsburgh plays defense and like they did against Baltimore for like 3 of those plays, CJ Stroud's just going to go over the top of them. But as Geoff has pointed out, CJ Stroud, he can make those 50-yard passes. You know what he can't make, Geoff? A 5-yard pass.
Yeah, you make him work the field. That's shitty CJ Stroud.
He's nails.
This is one of those games like a month ago, I'd be salivating to just take the Texans at this line. But right now, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about it. If I rely on my priors, like I'm taking Houston.
I get it.
So you're taking Houston? I think Houston is probably the smart side here, but the only team I've been like able to pick correct all year has been Pittsburgh because I believe in their foolishness.
Yeah.
And it just shows up.
It just seems like a good spot for a home dog, but I'm taking the pick. I don't love the pick.
Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl MVP.
I know I say that I'm the fact that the Chargers, a warm weather team having to play outdoors at night on the East Coast, doesn't bother me because I feel like I've got a sense of this specific Chargers team. I don't know how that could be really bad for Houston, maybe a Southern Dome team. I mean, obviously they live by their defense, so I would think it would amount to like the same thought process as me, a Chargers fan. That
I bring this up all the time. As it pertains like great cornerbacks. Well, what happens when you play a team that has shitty receivers? It doesn't make a difference.
But Metcalf's a good receiver.
He is, but we have a really good defense. Even with Metcalf, it's not like their offense is good.
My concern is like in game, I don't trust D'Amico Ryan at all. I think D'Amico Ryan makes bad in-game decisions. I think he's a good Monday to Saturday coach. I'm not convinced he's a very good Sunday or Monday, for that matter,
coach. Quarterback doesn't feed them 5 interceptions, and Ryans has to make like decisions to win it. You're saying they could be in trouble?
I'm concerned that Tomlin would outcoach him in that spot.
Did Tomlin use up all the voodoo witch doctor shit last week?
Well, if I could answer that question, I would have super confidence in picking this game. I can't answer that question. I feel like it's got maybe one more week left before they go to Jacksonville or go to Denver. Can you imagine a Denver-Pittsburgh AFC divisional game playoff? I might just go for a walk and watch that game.
Yeah, the winner plays the Bills or the Patriots.
Right? Could you imagine such a thing?
And so, then Tim having to look at a bracket that walks the Bills or the Patriots to the Super Bowl, that'd be a fun convo next week, yeah?
Well, that would be fun when the Bills have to play the Steelers in the AFC Championship game somehow.
Could you imagine such a thing? Or even worse, like if the Bills get all the thing that, okay, we'll end this like really. This whole Pollyanna, the Ralph Wilson Stadium is closing, blah, blah, blah. And we're so sad. Like, that's just a house of horrors for that team. They've won no Super Bowls. They've had terrible losses. No one ever talked about like this storied building until like this year as it was closing. They're going to a really awesome new stadium. Like this whole week of like, oh, it's so sad here. They're getting a coin for the last game. It's like, give me a break.
Chargers play there next year.
Chargers could play there in the AFC Championship game. That's where I'm going. Is I do not want an AFC Championship game of Chargers going to Buffalo and then getting another game.
I think Geoff would sign up for Chargers at Buffalo AFC Championship game right now.
I know Geoff would, but like, I don't want that for the whole. Oh, they get another game at the stadium, and that'll be the whole narrative for the week, and I'll just want to gouge my eyes out.
So other than Jacksonville, that's like the only AFC team you have like a good. You won't be sad for?
Oh, I won't be sad for Houston either. Houston's fine. I got nothing against them.
That's it.
And I got nothing against the Chargers. Like the Chargers, Houston, Jacksonville. If one of those three teams get out, I'll be feeling fine. But the other four teams.
You still have 2 of your 4 preseason teams.
Yeah, but
in the bracket.
I do. But the key is those 2 AFC teams have to go out. We could be so lucky as to get them out of the bracket this weekend. That'd be great. But I would take one of 2.
We don't do super locks, and you don't have a teaser.
No. If I had a super lock, it would be Chicago.
Mine would actually be Philly. Or the Chargers, actually.
Yeah, give us an alt-right teaser. It's Jan 6th. Like alt lines.
Really, that seems like your bailiwick. Why don't you do it? Why don't you give a teaser, Geoff?
If I gave a teaser, we'll
give
go,
your alt-right teaser.
Rams -3.
Okay.
So 7 points because Tim doesn't count the juice or anything. Chargers to 10.5. I'm not teasing through 0. And I guess Packers, what's that? To 8 or 8.5?
You're playing a 6-point tease? A 7?
7.
Yeah, you'd go through 0. You'd get Packers to 6.
The Packers are favored?
Yeah, the Packers are favored by a point.
Those are points, you know.
I like 49ers 11.5 is a shout.
I don't know. 2 teams, 7-point teaser, Chargers, Rams.
The alt-right, it's funny that the alt-right teaser has 2 LA teams. Would not have guessed that.
It's just the alt-right teaser is just a pre-taste of Melbourne.
Well, no, this actually makes sense because it is January 6th. I read the official statement that, this was just a big propaganda thing, and the official thing says that, it's just a big conspiracy.
Geoff doesn't go on a loser place like Reddit, but on the various message boards he circulates, he's well aware of this information.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tim, but for a maven of pop culture, I'm sort of upset you had a big miss today.
What did I miss?
You didn't recognize what my hoodie, what I have in my closet.
Nike hoodie?
Yeah, this sweatshirt doesn't look familiar to you at all?
No. Oh. Yes, it does. Okay. Is it the Maduro sweatshirt?
Yeah, amazing. Me and that guy were at the same sweatshirt at home. What the hell?
Feel like he didn't bring it from home. Feel like it was provided.
They gave that to him on the boat?
I'm pretty certain. There was like 3 outfit changes for him between the photos I saw. I don't think he had time to pack clothing with like this special team ops hanging out in his living room. I don't think they gave him time to pack.
No, I don't think he packed. I think that's what they picked him up in.
Okay. I'm dubious, but okay.
Well, we'll do it on the Pat Mayo Experience. If you want more of the 3 of us, we have our Golf Majors preview show that is already out on the feeds. Join the One and Done. Join the Underdog Pick'em sheet. You can get that in the description. Everything's down in the description. So just go figure that out. I want to thank everyone for tuning in all year long. Not retiring anymore, so we'll be here for decades. More. Geoff and I will start season 13 of Golf Picks on Monday morning. But until then, I'm Pat. He's Geoff, and that's Tim Undercust.
Tim Undercust.
Not my name.
Yeah, you thought I wasn't going to do it,
I did. I was already.
Yeah, I gotcha. Are you happy we're keeping the new Cust Corner theme?
I think the theme song is great.
I really enjoy it. Maybe we can throw
new show theme, new corner theme. All things are new in 2026.
Yeah, and remember to send in some Judge Cust emails to mayomediainc@gmail.com as well. Rate and review the show on Spotify and Apple. That helps, especially this time of year. And subscribe to the channel. Set on those reminders and notifications as well. All right, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.
Mayo Experience! Experience!